And good evening and welcome to Larry Weiser Stadium here at Clarion High School. Tonight, it is Explore Sports 2024 High School Football, brought to you by Kerle Tire, our big sponsor here in the Kerle Tire pregame show as well. Mike Kalinowski along with Pat Kahle tonight as we get set for this contest beginning the 2024 season as Central Clarion welcomes in the DuBois Beavers. And well, Pat, great night tonight for football too. Beautiful weather in this field. I don't think it's looked this good in a long, long time.
No, how do you get a better night than this, right?
Yep.
Early in the year, it had been so hot in the summer. Not that way tonight. Still going to be a little cool in the air. And you got a team that comes off a district championship, a team that's really got high hopes in DuBois, and I think they have some reasons to have that. Have their starting quarterback back this year after injury, and it should be a good one tonight.
Look down on the field too. They're doing that pregame toss here as they always do that early. So we'll kind of keep an eye. They don't like to tell you who wins it, but sometimes we get an idea.
Yeah, one of the things they did add here at the Clarion Area School field for the Central Clarion Wildcat team are the clocks in the end zones, which helps us up here and it helps the quarterbacks. That's really what they did it, but it certainly makes it easier for us up here on top. They stuck us outside tonight. Perfect night to be outside. Love being up here.
Yep.
I think this is the best place to watch a game in this district, and I loved it when they came back here because it's so easy to watch a football game here, even in the stands. It's steep. It's right on the field. The crowd is right on top of you when you're a player. I just love it here.
Just kind of waiting too. Maybe later on we'll get that fog that likes to roll in.
Yep, that always makes it interesting. Don't know if we'll have that tonight. I think the temperature's staying up enough tonight. We'll see.
It might. So we got a lot going on here in the pregame show. We'll be taking a time out here coming up. I want to thank McMillan's Carpet Outlet, rolling out the red carpet here at Clarion Area High School. All the folks here helping us to get all set up tonight and ready to go. We're going to go inside the game. We're going to look around the district, see what games are going on tonight. We've got, how about Kale's keys to the game tonight? This always changes.
They'll be way better than they'll be better than the Governors. I don't know. Kate is probably but definitely better than Bob's.
Well,
No
Cadis has that Pittsburgh accent, so no one knew what he was talking about. And field conditions, we'll have that weather forecast too, and then our kickoff coming up. We're in the Kerle Tire pregame show, part of Kerle Tire High School football, and we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more for you here on Explore Sports. Kerle Tire football on Explore Sports and the EYT Media Network.
West Park Rehab Physical Therapy, providing traditional physical therapy plus diagnostic testing to include EMG nerve conduction study and musculoskeletal ultrasounds.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Kerle Tires in Clarion. Kerle Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
DuBois, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. DuBois provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. DuBois can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. DuBois is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let DuBois help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. DuBois is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, DuBois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Brookville Equipment is a world-class manufacturer, designing and building the latest in transportation technology. Our team of engineers, machinists, welders, assemblers, and many more are always pushing the limit. Brookville Equipment, doing what we do best for over 100 years, and proud to support high school athletics.
Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda. This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters, and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Best of luck this season to all our local football teams. From your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at clarionauto.com.
Owners and operators, if your business depends on your truck, then we've got you covered. From simple oil changes to complete engine rebuilds, Bauer Truck Repair has the tools and the know-how to get the job done. We also offer 24-hour roadside assistance. Anywhere, anytime, any weather. Our techs are ready to get your truck fixed and back on the road. We even offer towing and load transfer services. At Bauer Truck Repair, we understand that every minute and every dollar counts. So trust your business with our business. Bauer Truck Repair, located off exit 60 in Shippenville. You can also find us online at exploreClarion.com or call us at 814-226-6023. That's 814-226-6023.
Back here at Larry Weiser Stadium, we've got the dance team down there with their pregame activities. And Pat, when he was in high school, was part of the dance team here at Clarion area.
I don't believe they had a dance team, and trust me, I wouldn't have been part of that.
Pat was part of the Don't Stop Believin' tour when they did Journey.
Yeah. I think that was even after me. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, yeah. What was kind of cool last night, Thursday night. Yeah, last night we came to the bonfire here because my son plays on this team, and it was kind of fun to watch how they do that. Now, all the different groups had a palette that they dressed up, right? And it was fun to watch. And the football team won it, which they rarely do because usually theirs is the worst. But somehow they won it, and so they were all excited. But it was neat. The cheerleaders was my favorite one. I think it said something like, if cheerleading were easier, they'd call it football.
I like that. We're here at the Kerle Tire Pregame Show, part of Kerle Tire High School Football here on exploreSportsPA.com. Mike Kalinowski, Pat Kahle tonight. Got a whole crew involved in the broadcast this evening, and we're going to go inside the game a little bit here, brought to you by Brookville Equipment. And here's two teams coming in. You know, Pat and I were talking off air. DuBois last year at 4-7. They lost their starting quarterback Wingard along the way, which really didn't help the matters. Clarion finished 11-1, and of course ran in again to Westinghouse in those playoffs, but played very valiantly against them, but came up a little bit short in the playoffs. But DuBois is a unique team, and you were talking about that, where last year a lot of close games, they got blown out here by Clarion, but came back and really played well.
Yeah, they started out with a win against Carn City. Always tough to go down there to win that game. They did that. They lost to Brockway by 1. We know the Rovers were a good football team. Then they had some tough teams, a tough game against Northern Bedford. Knocked off Bradford. Good close game with Brookville. They lost by 1 point to Punxsutawney and won in overtime against St. Mary's. So a lot of close games, and they did a lot of that without Trey Wingard, their quarterback, and that was a big deal for them to be able to fight back. And then after coming here, and the wheels fell off against the Central Clarion team, but most teams the wheels fell off against. They just have a lot of talent. And they came back with a big win, got in the playoffs, and ended up with a close game in the playoffs. So there's a lot of talent there. We know it's a big school, 5A. We know how good they are in base, but we know the athleticism up there. A lot of history there as well. I mean, you can think back to some of the crazy games that we've had in the past when they in Meadville almost both not put 100 points on the board. This is a team with athletes, and with Wingard behind them and with Wilson, and we'll talk about him a little bit more, I think there's a lot of things here. And I know the Central Clarion team was really worried about coming in here and looking past this after what happened last year. And I guarantee you DuBois has a chip on their shoulder to come in here and say, hey, it's not going to be 70-0 again this year, right?
Oh, absolutely, too. And again, for them, the return of Trey Wingard's a big, and you talked about the backs, Dixon and Wilson, the receiving core, Voss and Kaufner. So they're adept at offense, and those backs are tough.
Well, Carter Wilson is the guy on defense that you better figure out where the heck he's at, right? He's a stud. He's a quiet guy, quiet leader, and he's going to do a lot of work for you out there. And when you get Wingard back in there, we know what it's like, especially in this district. They like to sling it around. We're probably going to see some spread stuff. They'll do a lot of action in the backfield, a lot of misdirection, a lot of the same things you'll see from Central Clarion. What you'll have to find out is whether or not Central Clarion can sniff that out and go make the plays. If they can't, the Beavers are going to put some points on the board. I mean, we talked about it before. When you get a quarterback that is used to playing, here's a junior now that was injured last year, but he did play some games and had some success. It'll be fun to find out what he can do tonight against a revamped Central Clarion team.
We talked to you about Central Clarion, again finishing last year at 11-1. They just basically rolled through. Fantastic year. Jace Ferguson, of course, leading the charges. He's got a little over 7,000 passing yards, 97 touchdowns, rushing for like almost 870 yards, and had 10 more touchdowns in. But he also has an amazing supporting crew, too.
Yeah, he does, but get this about him. We'll talk about his supporting crew in a second, but get this. He added more weight, more strength, and I think he's faster. I watched him in a scrimmage this weekend. He's the guy, right? Yeah. He's the guy that they run everything around, but he doesn't like to hear that because you got Burford on the outside, the All-State receiver. You've got Noah Harrison in the backfield. You've got a sophomore in Ethan Rex that I think is going to make a lot of noise for this team. He takes over where Brady Quinn was last year, and Quinn was maybe a little underutilized last year. Ethan Rex is a little bigger, not quite as fast or as shifty, but he's mean. He runs angry, and he'll be a fun guy to watch tonight too. And the line, I think that's the part that's going to set this team apart from most teams in the district. Their line is very intact, very big, very physical, and Hayden Hyman now moves from tight end down to guard. So you're going to have to deal with him pulling on you all the time. And on the other side, you got Alston doing the same thing. And then big old Jimmy Kerr, he's got D1 looks. He's in there. You got a young center that's doing a great job for them. There's a lot of talent on this field. And defensively, it starts with Braylon Beckwith, right? I mean, 130 tackles last year. He's the guy, maybe a little undersized at backer for this team. A couple new backers out there. It'll be fun to watch.
Yep. So we were going to take a timeout. That's looking inside the ball game here tonight, brought again by Brookville Equipment. We'll take a break. We'll come back, look around the league, get some keys to the game. It's all coming up. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football, part of Explore Sports, and here on Explore Clarion, part of the EYT Media Network.
At NPRC, affordable opportunities are endless. Learn more at their information session on Tuesday, September 24th. Visit nprcevents.org to register for this virtual event. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Brighter futures begin here.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
For over 2 decades, Dietz has kept your home comfortable and your business running. We're responsive, reliable, always ready to go the extra mile. Because when it comes to your comfort, we believe in doing the right things. For the best in HVAC, plumbing, electric services, call Dietz. Nobody beats Dietz.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
All right, back here at Larry Weiser Stadium, Kerle Tire High School football here on the EYT Media Network. It is exploreSportsPA.com is where we're locking and loading from tonight, and time to take a look around the league tonight, brought to you by Land Pro Equipment. Tonight we got Brookville over at Bradford. Brookville at 9-3 last year. Bradford finished at 4-6. Montauk, Carson City, that's always huge. Doesn't matter what.
I want to be there for the 50-50.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 1 year it was $4,000?
Yeah,
I
I
think it paid out.
They escorted the guy out to one because he was from Montauk, and they said, no, you're not coming back in.
That's right.
St. Mary's is at Punxsutawney. Union AC Valley, Red Bank Valley. That's our other EYT game. Dave Cadis down there along with Randy Cathcart on the call of that one. Keystones at Port Allegheny, Canes at Ridgeway, Sheffield at Bucktail, Otto Eldred's at County, Cameron County at Brockway. And on Saturday, how about Lucas, Ohio is going to visit Smethport on Saturday. Pat will probably be up there for that one. That's a 3 o'clock start, I think.
Yeah, I'll be there.
So there you go, looking around the league, and do want to thank, again, Land Pro for that. Weather forecast tonight, J&J Feeds and Needs Trailer Sales in the Battery Warehouse. Looked like a low tonight of 53, Pat. You know how windy it's going to be?
None.
5 miles an hour, maybe.
I don't buy
Light. Wind gusts could go to 6.
I think we're going to be okay.
What's our probability of precipitation?
0.
3%.
Yeah, close enough.
What's the AccuWeather? They're not right anyway. No thunderstorms in the area, cloud cover. It might get a few clouds moving in, but other than that, it's gorgeous tonight for football.
Yeah, perfect night for sure. And what better than, they like to call this week 0. What a better way to start off a football season than here with Clarion, Central Clarion and DuBois. And it is beautiful out tonight. And I mean, if you come, bring your phone and watch us on there. Yeah. Check it out. You can see the replays, but you ought to get out here because it is a really great spot to go watch a football game.
And how about the field conditions? Brought to you by Cousin Basil's Restaurant. We talked about it. This field is in absolutely beautiful shape. I almost walked up and said, did they put turf in?
Yeah. I
mean, it's nice.
Yeah, it is. And you know, it's one of the few places that has a lot of football history around here that doesn't have turf when you think about it. But now they decided to go with the natural stuff, and it definitely is really good early in the season. We know what happens later. We get lots of rain. Things can happen at these fields, but that's part of the game, in my opinion. And, you know, they played for so long up at Clarion University Stadium. It's nice to be back down here.
Take a look now. We're going to go to the keys of the game, brought to you by Kahle's Kitchens. Boy, Pat Kahle, keys to the game, Kahle's Kitchens. You couldn't get any more Kahles in a thing in K's if you want. A lot of alliteration.
Well, you know, I have alliteration in my keys as well. And today we're going to talk for DuBois. We're going to talk about ABC, all right? And for DuBois, avoid the track meet. You don't want to get into a track meet with this football team in Central Clarion. If Beavers try to do that, you're going to have that 107-90 game again like they did back in 2015 against Meadville. I don't think they win a track meet. And the other one is B. You better block Braylon Beckwith, because he's the guy with 130 tackles on the other side. You got to find him, get 2 guys on him, keep him off the ball, and keep him off your quarterback, because that's what he does best. He just wreaks havoc in there. Another year of growth, another year of strength, another year of speed. He's the guy to watch for. And this is a bit of a weird one. It's contain and don't chase Jace. If you're chasing Jace, you're losing this football game. You got to contain him. If you try to let him out of that pocket, if you don't keep him in that pocket, you let him get out of there, you're in trouble. If you keep him in there and don't cover downfield, you're in trouble. He is the dangerous one for them. So DuBois has to do the ABCs, and for Central Clarion, they got to do the DEF. Right, it's defense. That's what wins championships. They're chasing a state championship. That's their goal. There's no question about that. After losing in state playoffs last year to one of the teams that ended up in the finals and almost won it. They lost it last second against Southern Columbia in Westinghouse. Defense wins it. Be gritty, be tough. You're going to need that all year. Learn how to run the ball and be tough, and limit DuBois. They're going to score some points. Obviously, Central Clarion knows how to score points. Keep DuBois off the scoreboard. You're in good shape. Everyone needs to find Carter Wilson. He'll kill you quietly from DuBois. That's your E. On defense, you get bodies on him every play. It's just like we talked about Beckwith on the other side. And finally, find the new guys on offense. Ethan Rex, I think, is going to make a big difference here. Number 22 for Central Clarion. He's an angry runner when he gets the ball. They're going to run him in the slot. Same place we saw Quinn last year. And if you do that, Mason Burford's going to be open. I don't know anybody that can cover him one-on-one deep, and Jace loves to get the ball deep. And so that's what DuBois has to deal with today, and Central Clarion just needs to do their DEF and get it done.
All right, so we got the ABCs and the DEFs, and those are the Kale's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Kale's Kitchens here on the EYT Media Network, and we're waiting for the teams to come onto the field. Why don't we take one more quick timeout? We'll be back getting set for kickoff. Anthem, all that on the way here from Central Clarion. We're at Larry Weiser Stadium here at Clarion High School, and it's Kerle Tire High School football right here on the EYT Media Network.
Discover Regen RX, specializing in regenerative orthopedic medicine and aesthetics. Feel better, move better, look better. Visit regenrxhealth.com.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
All right, back here at Larry Weiser Stadium, Kerle Tire High School football here at exploresportspa.com. Here come the Wildcats. The Beavers already on the football field. See the Wildcats carrying that American flag, as they always proudly do.
You know what I loved earlier? They have the Pee Wee teams, and finally the Clarion Limestone was the one that had the Pee Wee team. And it's still the Clarion Limestone program, but they went to the orange and blue to be the Wildcats. Yeah. They have an American flag on the back of their jerseys because, their names. I do too. I think it's really cool. So, yeah, they kind of try to make an atmosphere down here, and it's pretty cool. They have the bells ringing, and they'll bring the boys out. So there you see them.
And here we go. Nice welcome here by pretty much close to capacity crowd here at Clarion High School, Larry Weiser Stadium.
Well, you see the leaders that came out. Jace Ferguson carrying the American flag, and Braylon Beckwith with the Defend the Den flag. So those are your two leaders we talked about in the keys.
Jace Ferguson, number 9 in yardage overall in the District 9 touchdown passes. He sits at number 3, so he can make some noise this year. At least past Krug, he'd have to get more than 137 to pass Bottomer out of Port Allegheny.
Yeah, that's a tall task.
Now we have our national anthem. We're going to take a look down on the field. We're going to listen to the band, and we'll have the anthem for you here on EYT. know the Clarion Area Marching Band, or the Central Clarion Marching Band, and we do want to mention, too, brand new uniforms. They are in the Central Clarion colors. Really nice to see the band. We will have the Clarion County Marching Band Festival coming up in October for you.
You know, when they first joined Clarion Limestone, North Clarion, and Clarion Area, they had separate band. They tried to put them together, couldn't do it. In the last few years, they've been able to put them together. And it's really nice because you heard it. When you get that many kids out there working that hard, it is great to be able to see that. And, yeah, I didn't know they'd be white, which is kind of cool. You never know what they got. But white, orange, and blue, and it's the first year in those. So kudos out to the boosters and everybody that helped make that happen.
We'll have the ceremonial coin toss. This is the governor's favorite. He loves the ceremonial coin toss.
Yeah, I've never really understood that. There must be a reason for it. It might go back to the Jerome Bettis Thanksgiving Day game where you know what's going on, or maybe the coaches need 20 minutes to figure out what they want to do. But getting back to it, I mean, DuBois comes in with something to prove, right? I mean, after last year, they lose this game 70-0 here on this field. I've never figured out how they don't flip back and forth like they used to, but either way, here on this field. And they have their quarterback. They have a complement of folks back. Lost a few pretty big guns, but when you got your quarterback, that makes a big difference in high school football.
Yep. And as we get set here, teams coming out.
I know we've got Beckwith, Ferguson, Kerr, and Hindman as the captains for the Central Clarion team.
What do we got on the other side?
I know
there?
Wilson's one of them.
Corney, Wilson. We also have Dixon. And is that Wingard? Nope, that is a Coffer.
Yeah. He's one we'll see catch the ball a bit today for sure. If they spread it out and try to get it down the field, that number 2, he's a guy that last year did a good job for them. I believe was their second leading receiver for the Beavers last year. He was. And the person ahead of him graduated, and so he's probably going to be your main target here for the Beavers tonight. You know, you talk about the Beavers in history. I mean, Jimmy Dieter played at Penn State coming out of the DuBois. A lot of great athletes we've known from baseball, like Jimmy Pitsley, those guys that go on to have big careers. But they also had a guy not too long ago come out and play for the Raiders. So they've had some folks in the NFL coming out of the DuBois.
Interesting, Clarion will decline. I talked to Randy Cathcart. He did some games with me last year, and we actually got in that conversation. You know, do you take the ball to start? Do you defer? And he goes, you know what, Mike, I've looked at stats and I've looked at things. He goes, I'm going to take the ball. He goes, usually. He goes, there really isn't any.
If I'm a Wildcat team with all that firepower, I think I want to jump on top early. But I understand it, especially early in the season. It's easier to play defense early when you're hyped up than it is to play offense. And that's probably one of the reasons I'd do the deferral. And if you work the timing out, you end up getting 2 possessions in a row at the end of the first half. That's the argument for the deferral.
Kickoff is brought to you by Penn State DuBois. Here the Bobcats down there, and it's still all these years. The Wildcats down there with Davey Eagleton.
So we've got Muhammad and Coffer back deep. And, of course, we know you've got an all-conference kicker in Euchert. We didn't really talk about special teams.
Euchert's good.
But for Central Clarion, I know he's been banging them into the end zone pretty much all preseason. So we'll see whether that's their thought process, or does he put the ball high and try to get down there? They didn't go to the NFL kickoff structure, thankfully.
Oh, well, the NFL doesn't exist in my world. You know that. So.
I understand.
Here we go. Back deep again, as Pat said, Coffer and Muhammad. Euchert to kick things off. He's got a good toe on him.
The middle of the field is strangely wide open.
Think he might drop it in there.
Don't know.
Nope. Sends it deep. Coffer's going to look at it, and it'll go into the end zone.
Yeah, that's what we've seen.
So DuBois, the offense, will come out here to get started. First quarter sponsor is the Clarion Forest VNA. You can always check out scores at exploreSportsPA.com, the Zocra Motor scoreboard. Now Ascendance Trucking. What do you do all day? You're not. It's like, do you just like?
I work like crazy. It's like a salt mine there. Nah, it's been good. It's been a good transition. Great team to work with, and my folks here in Clarion do a great job for us. Except Steve.
Dixon in the backfield, and the quarterback is Wingard. He'll drop back into the shotgun. Twins to the right, single receiver off to that left. He fakes the handoff, looks to throw, and the pass is complete on the right side. Gets it out to Coffer. Very short gain of 1.
Yeah, just a little screen, trying to run a little bubble screen on that side. Good and quick and get that ball out of his hands fast, something to give a little confidence to the quarterback. But, yeah, good job by the Wildcat defense. Gave up a yard, so second down 9.
Well, they're nice. They gave him 2 near the 22-yard line. So second down here in 8. Just underway here in quarter 1. Same setup back there. Dixon in the backfield with Wingard. This time Dixon's off to the left side. Twins on each side for the quarterback. Wingard looks to throw again. Fires downfield. He's got a man. Cover. Brings it in. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And that is a DuBois touchdown. How about that? 68 yards.
Great look. What they did is they had Sawicki on that side in coverage. They sucked him in with a little in route and then just sent the guy behind him and sitting in that zone. Got behind Sawicki, and that ends up a big touchdown for DuBois. And talk about the track meet. Well, they started it. We'll see if they can continue it. But that's a big touchdown early. I said I know that DuBois will score this year. Great pass.
It was beautiful. Right on the mark. Looking to kick here is Owen McCleary. The holder is Wingard, the quarterback. Here's McCleary on for the extra point. Snaps there, holds there, kicks on the way. The kick is high, the kick is long, and that kick is good. And DuBois leads it by a score of 7-0 on Central Clarion. We have 11:08 to go here in the first. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football, part of Explore Sports PA and the EYT Media Network.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
All right, back here at Larry Weiser Stadium. 78-yard touchdown. I said 68. Bob Dunkel's laughing. He knew. Here's the kickoff. Ball's going to bounce. It goes out of bounds, so the penalty flag.
It's a bad mistake. You don't want to put this team at the 40.
Nope.
Yeah, you're up 7-0, but don't give them anything extra. Maybe they're afraid of the return. I'm not sure, but do something different. You don't want to give them a ball the whole way up here. You know, as soon as I'm going to call him Koffler because I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. We'll find that out. But as soon as he came off the line and saw the corner bite up, he was holding that hand up. And I'll tell you what, Wingard saw him in a heartbeat. It's actually at the 35 when you kick it out of bounds here in high school.
Well, there's Ferguson in the backfield. He's got Noah Harrison, his sidecar left. They're tight at the line of scrimmage. Burford goes in motion. He's going to pitch it to Burford over the left side. Here's Burford turning the corner. He can move. He's up to the 40. And Burford is going to be driven backwards, but he will get up about the 41-yard line.
That'll be considered a pass. That's the Red Bank Valley pass. Mm-hmm. That's a 5-yarder from Jace to Burford.
They're going to put him up at the 41, so give him 6 yards. So second down and 4 here for the Wildcats. Burford's going to go wide out to the left. Single receivers off to this right side. I believe that's a Guth out there. Ferguson, low snap, picks it up, gives it to Harrison over the right side. He's banging, finds way, 50, 45-yard line. That's a first down.
14 yards.
14.
Yep, 14 yards for Harrison. Did you see what they did? They just ran a simple trap, and it was Hayden Heineman. I talked about him in pregame. They moved him from tight end to the guard. He loves to come out and whack somebody, and that's what he did there. Created a big hole for Harrison, and Harrison just found it and headed downfield.
So the Wildcats are moving the football as, again, Guth will go out to the left, Burford off to the right side. This time in the backfield, it is Ethan Rex, and Pat was big on Rex. See if he gets a carry here. They're going to give it to Rex, and over the left side, Rex is going to be tripped up in the backfield. It's a loss of a couple on the play for him.
That's a great play by that linebacker. I don't know if he came off the left side or what it was, but It was 2-2 on 2-2. That was Thomas Walker Thomas, coming in and making the play on Burford, on Ethan Rex, and ends up losing 2 yards.
Second down and 12 now for the Wildcats. 9:40 turning clock here in quarter number 1. It's a Clarion Forest VNA first quarter here on exploreClarion.com. They're going to go trips to the right, twins to the left. No one in the backfield with Ferguson. Ferguson, here he goes, whips that ball. It's going to be caught there by Rex. Rex moving, first down inside the 35 and down to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's where I thought they could do a lot of damage with him underneath, and then you're going to see them pop it over the top to Burford. But you're not going to get him down with one guy tackling generally, especially if he has a head of steam. And just a nice little flare out, get the ball in 22's hands and let him do his thing. Sophomore, one of the best athletes on the team. And you see it there, first down.
Gains 15 on the play, moving down to the 32-yard line. Central Clarion working left to right here as the clock continues to move. Central Clarion trails here 7-0. Ferguson looking to throw. That was a broken play there, as wasn't sure if he was to hand that to Harrison or not, but
heck of a big rush put on that time by Isaiah Corney and knocked him down for a loss. It'll be second down and 12 again.
So second down and 12 again. DuBois has done well the last couple times on first down. They've been able to hit Clarion for a loss. We'll see if Clarion can bring it right back like they did before.
And they're bringing extra pressure and see if they take advantage of that behind it, and that's what they're going to try to do. Here goes Ferguson.
Boy, look at him go, too, knocking people down and puts that ball down at about the 21-yard line.
That's a good tackle, because if not, he's gone. He just grabbed an ankle and tried to spin on him, try to get him down, because he's a pretty tough runner. Another 14, right?
Yeah, 13, 14 yards on that play as they had down to the 21. Getting close to that DuBois red zone.
One thing that Coach Eggleton talked about for Central Clarion is he wanted to be balanced in running and passing the ball this year a little more than he has in the past because of that big line. We'll see if he sticks to that.
Guth wide out to the left, Burford on to the right side. Harrison in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. Nice hole on that left side. There goes Harrison spinning around, and he's down at about the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 11.
Yeah,
they're set up now in the DuBois red zone.
Another big trap, right? Trapping up inside, creating big holes. What I like about the way Noah's running the ball this year as opposed to last year, he's just hitting the hole. It's there, he hits it. He's not dancing around. He's going. And I'm telling you, that kid has huge legs. He's not a real tall guy. Great baseball player, as you know. But, man, oh, man, he hits that hole and he's going. And another 11 yards, just grinding it out.
Charlie Heppel checks in here, too, for the Wildcats off the line to the left side. Guth out there as the receiver and going to go right back. As keeping the ball is Ferguson. Ferguson's going to dance into the end zone for the 10-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you do much there. The line's starting to figure it out up front and finding people to hit. And Ferguson was, as you said, untouched. And he's hard to tackle when he is touched. But good drive for Central Clarion to come down and answer that quick score by the Beavers. Hey, who knows? Maybe we will have another 107-90 game here the way it looks so far. Not much defense on the field.
Euchre's on for the extra point try. Old Air kicks on the way. Kick is high. That kick is long, and that kick is good. Boy, that was good from a long way out. 7-7. We are tied with 7:01 to go here in the first from Central Clarion at Larry Weiser Stadium. We'll break. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football on Explore Sports PA, part of the EYT Media Network.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695. At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Here's the kickoff. Offer is going to let that go back into the end zone. So DuBois will take over at the 20. Again, touchdowns brought to you by Bauer Truck Repair. And want to make sure we get all that great stuff in there for you. Independence Health Systems sponsoring our point after touchdown.
My man Randy over at Bauer Truck. He used to work with us for a long time. Then he went out on his own, does a great job over there.
Ball resting at the 20 here for the Beavers.
Now you see Brody Beggs is in the game. And I don't know if they're going to go to 2 deep safeties or going to leave him in as their nickel back. Now he's moving over, so it'll be interesting to see. That's for Central Clarion. They have him moving over to the trip side now. We talked about him during the break, didn't we, Mike?
Yes, we did. Wingard in the shotgun. They're going to stack receivers on the right side. And he's looking that way. Steps up. He's going to run. He's got a little bit of room up the middle, and not a lot. Gets 2 out to the 22. Second down at 8.
Believe it or not, Braylon Beckwith there, but the guy that got to him first was Heinman and Alston, both right there. Not much there when they were able to cover those trips, and so good idea by the quarterback, just get some positive yardage, and he did, as Wingard ends up getting 2.
Second down and 8 for the Beavers. What happened? You used to wear, your wife was a DuBois Lady Beaver and used to always wear that shirt whenever we would play DuBois.
Sure
what
did.
happened to it?
I don't know where that thing is. I'm a little bigger now.
Twins on each side. Wingard out of the shotgun. Going to hand that off. Dixon getting that carry. He's going to be nice job. Tripped up, gets across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Charlie Hepfel there to make the tackle, but that's there. They really fooled them on that and handed that ball on a little inside trap, little crossbuck almost, and up came. And there was only one guy there, and Charlie, and he made the play.
Give him 6 on the play, 3rd down and 2 as the ball resting at the 28. They need 30 for that first down.
Who carried that ball?
That was Dixon. Danny Dixon. Double D. So the ball at the 28. Here come the Beavers to the line of scrimmage. They want to keep this drive alive. They scored quickly. Quick strike in that first quarter, or early here in the first quarter. First possession. Ball snap back to Wingard, rolls to the right side, fires that football, and it is caught. First down and more on the right side. That's Corning with it. Up across the 45 and down right around midfield.
Yeah, good job that time. It appeared that Kemmer tried to knock that ball out of the air, and instead, boom, boom. Good thing they had safety help back there. That might have gone for another touchdown. But just dove for it, didn't quite get a hand on it. Good throw and catch, and a first down for the Beavers.
24 on the pass play. Corning able to shake off that defender. .5:24 on that clock. They did stop the clock as he did go out of bounds. Dixon over the right side, and he'll take it forward, and he'll get a couple yards. Takes it down around the 30 or the 46-yard line.
Ran right into Hayden Hyman down there. So positive yardage. You know, really nothing out of the ordinary. The line looks good. They're making their blocks, doing a good job, and they're just running it right at them inside, then trying to get it outside, mixing it up. Good job by the Beavers in the way they game planned this game, because they're taking advantage of some things that are there defensively.
Twins on each side for Wingard in the shotgun. Dixon in the backfield with him again. Going to fake the Dixon, fires across the middle. It is caught, and running with that football, that is Corney again. He's to the 10-5 and brought down just shy of the goal line at the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 44.
Yep, I was going to bring up that in pregame. One thing that the Wildcats like to do is set their linebackers outside and give up that slant. Well, they took advantage of that slant. And it's going to be there all day unless they make an adjustment back inside, because actually Coach Larry Weiser, Coach Here Forever, he and I were talking about that on Saturday watching the scrimmage, and that they give that inside slant. And if you have a quarterback that can throw it and a guy that can run like that, and he almost ran away from Ferguson.
Yes, he
got
did.
some speed.
Delaney out to the left, single receiver out to the right side. That's Coffer. Wingard under center. They're going to go with an offset eye behind him. Wingard from the 2, hands it off. They're going to give it to the fullback. Pounds his way. Does he get in there? He's going to be stopped at the 1. That run was by Tyler Hansley. Tyler Hansley, number 40, the fullback, getting the carry that time. So he'll pick up, he'll going to give him 1.
I thought he was in. I really did. I thought on the fall that ball would cross the plane, but
Wingard keeps it, and is Wingard in this time? Wingard's in for the touchdown. The quarterback kept it. He spun around a few times, reached out with that football. So the quarterback keeper. So 3:29 to go in the first, and how about DuBois on the board again.
Right now up front, they're not losing the battle. They're winning it, are the Beavers, and pushing guys around. And when they came in and said we're going to put two backs in the backfield, try to stop us, Central Clarion wasn't able to do it.
On for the extra point here is Owen McCleary. Extra points again brought to you by Independence Health Systems here on EYT.
What was one of the keys we talked about? Defense wins championships, right? You got to play defense. You got to play defense, and right now DuBois is making that defense look pretty porous. They're coming right down the field, really any way they want to. There haven't been many negative yardage situations for the Beavers. I don't think there's a single one. Actually, the Wildcats had 2 negative yardage plays when they were on offense, but Beavers are able to do that. Now they'll back them up, maybe a little movement up front.
Yeah, this will be now a 25-yard attempt.
And he hasn't hit it really hard, so we'll see if this makes a difference.
Holds there, kick. And it is good. He nails it. So how about that? McCleary nails it, and we'll take a timeout. 3:29 to go. It's now 14-7. DuBois up on Central Clarion. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football on exploreSportsPA.com. Got a shot down there, the student section. In the far end zone, getting set to kick things off is Ryan Peck.
First one went out of bounds. Let's see if they try to keep it in again.
It's going to roll. It's going to be picked up there by Rex. Or no, that is Guth. And Guth is going to be driven backward. He'll get up around the 25-yard line.
It's a really nice tackle that time by Dalton Riesinger. Great job, form tackle. Got Guth down, and a lot longer field here for Central Clarion. Let's see how they answer again, down 14-7. I've been impressed so far with the game plan of DuBois, but mostly the play. Up front, they've done a good job. Again, quarterback makes a difference, right? You got an experienced guy in there. It's not going to be a 70-0 game this year. We know that already.
So here comes Ferguson, and the Wildcats are going to try to answer the Beavers here. Rex is in the backfield with Ferguson, single receiver on each side for the Central Clarion quarterback. He's going to keep that football, tries to go outside, and he's going to turn the other side of the field. Slips the tackle or gets a block, and there he goes. And he's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards on what would have been a loss on the play. Nice job by Jace Ferguson.
That's where he's very dangerous. I'm surprised that he wasn't able to get outside and go, because I thought he might be gone on that. You don't get him in the backfield. But, again, DuBois winning that line of scrimmage play. They're bringing an extra guy, but nobody kept picking him up and right in on Jason. It should have been a loss of 5, as you said. Instead, he makes something of it and gets 9 yards.
Second down and 1 for the Wildcats. 2:45 to go here in this Clarion VNA first quarter on EYT. 14-0 Carson-Civey leading Montauk with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. That Ascendant Trucking's Aqua Motors update. Here's Rex going around the right side, and he'll have the first down as he'll pick up about 7 yards out near the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's 2 carries, 21 yards for Ethan Rex, but you see what I told you? He runs with a bit of anger right there. He didn't try to avoid that guy because he's looking for the third and fourth quarter, because he's the guy that doesn't wear down. He just tries to wear you down. A sophomore, big legs, strong, and got an attitude about him, and you saw it on that run.
So a first down here for the Wildcats. First down's brought to you by Nick's Auto Body. Nick's does a great job. Clock rolling here down to close to 2 minutes. Ferguson out of the shotgun again. And he'll keep that football. Where there's a couple flags here, and Ferguson will get a couple. There's going to be a hold inside there. They almost had 2 men in motion, too.
I think they're going to call a hold on this outside. I think that's what it is, because they saw that they couldn't stop the kid, so they grabbed him, tried to keep him from getting to Jace. But, again, they sniffed it out well, did the Beaver defense, and did a good job. Illegal motion. Yep. Could have called either one.
Yep. Yeah, we saw that happen too at the right before that hold. So they'll back him up.
Well, they're lucky. It was 5 yards instead of 10. All right.
Penalties brought to you by Red Bank Chevrolet here on exploreSportsPA.com. Beautiful night here at Larry Weiser Stadium at Clarion High School. You can look over where we're at up on top of the stadium, the rolling hills of western Pennsylvania in the distance. Those will be changing colors here coming up soon. And down on the field, boy, it's been colorful too. 14-7, DuBois leading Central Clarion. Here's Ferguson, steps back, looks to throw, under pressure, rolling to that left side. Now he rolls to the outside. He's got the first down as he tiptoes out of bounds. He's hard to catch when he gets out into that open field. They're going to say he stepped out short, though. They're going to say he got up to midfield, but he'll need another yard.
Well, I didn't see that from over here, but they were right on it. And now they moved the chains. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You're right. Said he was out. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed so far with Isaiah Corney. He has been everywhere defensively, obviously made big plays offensively. He is somebody that was on the radar a bit, but he has been, as far as I'm concerned, the best player on the field for the DuBois Beavers so far in this game. Wears 2-5, playing really good at this. You can call it an outside backer, defensive end. Depends. They move them in and out. They almost play with a 2 linebacker set and move those backers up like a 4-4 or a 3-4 even, and that's what they're doing right now.
Second down and 1. We have delay of game called against Central Clarion. That'll back them up 5 again.
Well, we saw this last year, a lot of pre-snap penalties for Central Clarion, and that hurts them a lot, honestly, through the year. Luckily for them, they've been able to score a lot of points from it, but you don't want to put yourself behind the chains against good teams.
Here we go. It is a 1st and 16. Ball toss, caught by Rex, sent out of bounds. That's the first down play inside the 40. They're going to say stepped out at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's 15 yards, and I told you he's a guy you can go to. It's a good throw. If he kept him a little bit in bounds, I don't know that anybody stops Rex from scoring there, but either way, you get the first down.
Central Clarion will move the chains here, and again, first down's brought to you by Nick's Auto Body here on EYT. Sawicki out to the left, Guth is out there, Rex is out there, Twins off to the right side. That is a Kemmer and Burford. Empty backfield, Ferguson, he's going to try to run. Boy, he stopped right there at the line, and he'll fall forward and get close. Well, they're going to say about 1 yard is all.
Well, Maddox Clark in there defensively along with Noah Crawford. They are winning that battle up front against Jimmy Kerr and against Matty Alston and the sophomore center, Brendan Bracken. He's getting a trial by fire against some of these big boys up front. They are winning it. Yeah, that's a planned run to Jace. It doesn't go really anywhere, about a yard.
50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 14-7, DuBois leads. Central Clarion with a second down at 9 from the 39 of DuBois. Ferguson fires, finds his receiver, caught by Sawicki. First down all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that's a gain of about 13 on the play.
Yep. Well, he's 5 for 5 for 53 yards is Ferguson. That's the first catch by Sawicki. I wasn't sure where he was throwing that ball. There were a number of receivers there. One of them running an outside cross, and they brought Sawicki right behind him. A well-designed play, and put it right on the hands. Good catch.
So get another play here out of Clarion. 1st and 10 for the 26. Ferguson keeping it. Ferguson cuts to the outside. It's a race to the sideline, and he's forced out of bounds finally. Going to be just shy of that 20-yard line, right around the 21, and that's where, although he was forced out of bounds, so 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it looks like a 5-yard gain. Ferguson's carried the ball 7 times now for 52 yards.
So they will have to run another play as he was forced out of bounds with time still on the clock.
Honestly, they kind of have him running. I said contain him. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That was part of the C of the ABCs. Got to contain Ferguson. They're doing that. They're not chasing him. They're containing him.
Second down and 5. Ferguson rolls to the right side.
It's a hold.
Flag, and the pass will be, I think it's going to be incomplete.
I thought he caught it, but it won't matter. That's a hold coming back.
So we have the end of the quarter. We'll sort out this penalty. Officials talking things over. We'll find out.
That time I think Ferguson knew. He saw the flag fly, so I'm just going to throw it lower Only one guy can catch it, possibly in Kemmer, and if he catches it, it's not against us, okay. If not, no danger.
So there we go. It's a hold against Clarion, and we're going to take a timeout here as we go to quarter number 2 as DuBois, after one, leads Clarion 14-7. And you are watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on Explore Sports. Are they going to do another play? Huh? So they're going to have an untimed play?
I don't quite understand that, and I don't understand the placement of the ball. The hold happened at the line of scrimmage. And they only have a back 5 yards, so that's confusing to me.
Well, here we go. I guess an untimed play. They're going to pitch that ball. And that is Rex cutting back, and Rex is going to be hit and dropped at the 20-yard line. So Rex will get back about 11 yards, and that is where we will go to the end of the first quarter as we go to quarter number 2. 14-7, DuBois leads. And you're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com. Welcome back to Larry Weiser Stadium here at Clarion High School. Central Clarion and DuBois tonight. DuBois leads it here by a score of 14-0. Quarter number 2 brought to you by Hager Paving.
Four guys in the backfield.
They're down at about 5 here for Central Clarion. Rex gets the carry and another penalty flag, but Rex will have the first down around the 15-yard or 10-yard line.
I think that was a face mask. We'll see. I told you he runs hard.
He certainly does. And he gained 5 and took it down to the 10, gained 11.
Yeah, I think that's a face mask. I think is what they're going to call there. We'll see. Either way, we mentioned it. I talked to you off air beforehand. We talked about it in the keys. Rex is the guy that they're going to get the ball to a lot, and that's what it was. Yep. And you can see why. Just physical, right? He plays football the mean way. And, I've been really impressed with DuBois' tackling. I think their tackling is really good. They played a good football game thus far, and they lead the game because of it.
Well, here we go. Central Clarion now knocking on the door. The ball at the 5-yard line after the penalty. Rex and Harrison in the backfield. He's going to look for Burford in the end zone. Burford brings it in. It's caught. That's going to be a touchdown. 5-yard pass play.
Yeah, not the things I would do. I would have ran the ball again, but that's why they have 2 guys that are all state. I really was a little worried for Burford on the way that tackle went. It looked like he kind of got torn down a little bit on the corner, but he seems to be okay. And one extra point away from tying it up again. Burford, again, the first of probably many touchdowns this season.
Euclid's on for the extra point try.
Was that from the 5 or the 10?
5. Kick is on the way, and the kick is up. The kick is good by Euchard. 14-14. We are all tied up here at Larry Weiser Field, and we'll break. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreSportsPA.com. So Central Clarion ties it up here at 14. It's Ferguson to Burford. And now set it to kick things off, Euchardt.
Much better game than a lot of people thought it would be. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a good one.
Ball rolling down, goes out of bounds.
He wasn't attempting to do that. That ball was trying to stay in bounds, try to see if they could pin them a little bit deeper. Instead, it'll get the DuBois will get the ball at the 35-yard line. You know, if I've got a guy like Euchardt and I can kick it in the end zone every time, I'm kicking it into the end zone every single time because there's no chance of anything to happen there. I think they've done a good job at neutralizing Braylon Beckwith as well defensively. We've seen him in on a couple plays, but they've been having him run all over the field. They're moving him all over the place with their motions and the things they've done offensively. And the Beavers have shown that they are a force to reckon with here tonight.
Wingard comes up to the line here. He's been working out of the shotgun. He's got Dixon back there with him again. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. He's not afraid to throw either, and he's got some good targets. Ball to 35. Under pressure, fires, gets rid of it, tipped. Boy, that's dangerous too. He found Corney in the middle, but went off of Corney's hands a little too high.
I thought they had a guy in motion. If they did, that's two men in motion because you watched the quarterback that time. Wingard moved backwards on that snap before the snap was ever taken. So that's something that I'm sure that Central Clarion's coaches will look at. I thought there was a guy. If there wasn't a guy in motion, it's no problem, but you can't make those quick movements, try to draw somebody off. Ball was a little high. Lucky there wasn't a safety there, and that's the first incomplete pass of the game.
Wow.
First for either quarterback.
Wow.
Because that one didn't count on the penalty.
Wingard again in the shotgun here for DuBois. Fakes to Dixon, looks to throw, under some pressure, fires that ball. It is caught, and not a whole lot there.
Maybe a yard?
Where the official comes in, I don't think it's anything.
Nope.
No, they're going to give him two. The one official on this side said no gain. The one on the other side said there was.
No, the one on the other side's wrong.
Yeah.
He did not reach past the 35. You can see Coach Eggleton talking to him about it. He said, weren't you on this side? So maybe they're saying forward progress before it was tackled. Either way.
Pass was to Corney.
He's got 70 yards on 3 catches.
So 3rd down and 8 here for the Beavers as they try to keep this drive alive. Tied with Central Clarion here, 14 apiece.
I'm looking for 2-5 if I'm number 10 right now. No good big rush put on here. Now there is.
Boy, that pocket collapsing and right there to get him. How about that is Matt Alston.
Yeah, he spun off of him, but just couldn't stay up. Good job by Matt Alston. You know what? One thing, Wingard's a strong kid. You saw it right there because Matt Alston's a strong kid. And so he was able to spin out of that and brings up 4th down. Might see our first punt of the game. I wouldn't count on it.
Punter is Peck. Back deep will be Burford. So Peck ready to go. 10:40 here in this Hager Paving second.
He did not hit it very high in pregame, so this may be returnable.
Flow. Burford. See if he picks it up. He's going to let it go. So a nice punt inside the 20. It's going to be picked up at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, long field for Central Clarion. Let's see what DuBois has in store defensively and if Central Clarion goes away from what has been primarily running the football so far. And Jace Ferguson 7 for 7 for 69 yards. We've seen Harrison run the ball, Rex run the ball, Ferguson run the ball. It's been kind of the Jace Ferguson show offensively for the Central Clarion Wildcats so far. No surprise.
So here come the Wildcats from their own 17. 14-14 tie here in quarter number 2. Harrison in the backfield with Ferguson. He's going to send Burford in motion. He's going to flip it to Burford. There is a flag in the backfield. Burford's going to take it out right around the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. It was a gain of about 6 or 7.
I didn't see what that was as quickly as they threw it. I thought it might be some sort of motion penalty. Procedure.
No,
3 penalties, 20 yards against Central Clarion, 0 against DuBois Beavers. That's also wasn't a key, but it's something that really helps you. When you can put the other team behind the chains, you don't put yourself behind the chains, it's a big deal.
So a 1st and 15 now for Central Clarion. Down to the 12-yard line is where they'll start.
I don't see Ethan Rex in the ballgame. Unless he's at that wing. No, he's not.
Ferguson's going to keep it. Tries to find some room up the middle. Bus free. There he goes to the outside, back inside. 30, 35-yard line. Hit from behind, and finally he'll be dropped after a big first down out to the 43-yard line. That is a 31-yard run for him from the 12 to the 43. After that first quarter when I was wrong on the pass play, I'm trying to be better. Because I know Bob's down in Florida going,
You were correct. 83 yards on 8 carries for Jace Ferguson. And again, though, the defense is there. They're containing inside. It's hard to tackle that guy, right? But they're doing the right things defensively in terms of setup by the coaching. They just need to make the plays.
1st and 10 here for the Wildcats from their own 43-yard line. Ferguson looking to throw, rolls to the right side.
He's got him.
Yep, he's going to go. Lost the football, and they can't get it before it went out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Would that have been a turn of events?
Well, Corney caused that. He came from behind and tapped that thing as he was heading down, and Ferguson didn't know whether he wanted to throw it or run it because he did have Burford on the in-out there, basically the post corner, and he just didn't. He was past the line of scrimmage, didn't want to throw it. The ball fumbles out of bounds, and it's a first down because of it.
Yep, gives him the first down at the 46-yard line of DuBois.
That was certainly a planned throw, but good coverage downfield. They're dropping 3 and 4 guys back deep, and I think that probably opens up things underneath to throw to your tight end. They don't use him very much in Charlie Hapfold. Maybe to throw that ball to Ethan Rex again. We'll see what they try to do here.
Ball handed off.
Oh, boy.
There's Rex. Rex turns to the outside. He's going to be tripped up. He'll be dropped there by Voss.
That's a really good tackle by Voss because he had nothing else he could do.
Boy,
he just went under him, and that was that.
He's close to the first down marker. We'll see where they put it.
Yeah, I think he has it.
So, first down, 10-yard pickup for him.
He was off. If he doesn't make that tackle, Rex is gone. And it was a diving tackle, just taking out his legs. And what I liked is you saw 2 guards pulling at the same time. Hyman coming over, Alston coming over, making some noise over there. The split between the guard Hyman and the center is interesting on this play.
Ferguson looks to throw. Looking Burford's way. Burford breaks away from the defender, but the defender comes back. Burford got behind him but had to come back for the ball.
That's a case of trying to go for the big one when they're dropping 2 and 3 safeties back. No sense. Have him go down there 12, 15 yards and come back. You can do it all day long and bite that safety up. And that's just trying to get the ball deep and counting on your guy to make a play. That's the first incomplete pass thrown by Ferguson. But it's a case of they're dropping all those guys back. You have a 10-yard pass almost every time if you just curl it off. I mean, that's got to be a read by your receivers. It's got to be a read by your quarterback.
Samson Deeb was the one on the coverage.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. The Beavers are, for sure.
8.5 to go here in this second quarter. Still tied at 14. Ferguson.
That's it. That's the throw.
Oh, and Burford, he threw it just too high for Burford.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he missed it, but that's where I would go. That's there all day. All of a sudden, it's third down.
Yeah. Third down and 10 here for the Wildcats.
Well, for me, this is a rollout with Ferguson. Let him read what's going on, right? If I've got somebody to throw it to, I will. If not, I'll tuck it away and see if I can get 7, 8, 10, 12 yards. If I get 7 or 8, I'll probably go for it. You know, neither team until the last series by the Beavers have shown that they can defensively stop each other. So I'm going to keep it in Ferguson's hands here.
We'll see who was the guilty party down there. Red Bank Chevrolet on the penalties.
Well, Braylon Beckwith was playing that right tight end, and I don't know if he moved or if he got hit by Corney playing defensive end. I know he got hit. I'm not sure what the call was because I was watching the motion. It looks like it's going to go against the Central Clarion. Yep.
Legal procedure.
That is 25 yards in penalties, and all of them were pre-snap. No, one was a hold. Pre-snap penalties. Bad news. Now you got a 3rd and 15. Good work by the Beavers. You see them both pointing at each other. You did it. No, you did it. No, you did it.
You practice that, too. So you know how to do that. Here we go. Here's Ferguson looking to throw.
Oh, screen.
Yep, right over to Burford across the middle. Here's Burford. He's got room to go. Burford.
He's so fast.
To the 25-20, 15-10-5. Burford. Does he get that pylon? He's going to be out of bounds at about the 1.
That's a bad call. That's a touchdown all day. Held the ball over. That's a touchdown. He missed that. But either way, it's first down for Central Clarion. I mean, you couldn't hold the ball out over the pylon really any more than that.
Where'd he start from? I didn't even look. Oh,
It
that's
was
right
45,
there.
I think.
Yeah, so 44 yards.
Yep. Well designed and well called play there, for sure.
So first and goal here in the DuBois red zone here for Central Clarion as they look to take their first lead in the ball game, which is kind of crazy to say. Here's the handoff. Harrison will go into the end zone almost untouched. Comes at the 8:13 mark here at quarter number 2.
Well, they run those traps inside. For short yardage, it's really hard to stop them. And when you're moving Hayden Hyman from one side and you're moving Matty Alston from the other, and you know, if I'm DuBois on the previous play, I'd probably look and say, Jimmy Kerr looked to hold somebody in the middle of the field. Did you see that? No flag there, and say, that's the way it works. But that's one thing I noticed on that out in space. You get big Jimmy Kerr out in space, it's hard not to see him.
Euchre's extra point is good, and the Wildcats now lead it by a score of 21-14. And we'll break. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Back here, Hager Paving second quarter here on EYT. 21-14, Central Clarion now. Here's the kickoff.
Yeah, they stopped worrying about it and just kick it in the end zone. I mean, give them a long field, make it work. Euchre really does hit it, doesn't he? I mean, my goodness, got a leg. You know, I remember in junior high a few years ago, my son Billy was playing, and they had a kid that they brought in junior high for Punxsutawney that attempted a 45-yard field goal, and he missed it wide left, but it was 20 feet up the crossbar. So when Punxsy, they're going to have a kicker for quite some time. Yeah. I mean, he pounds it. I mean, he was in 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember how old he was, but it was crazy. Euchre's a little guy. This guy was a big guy. Mm-hmm. Obviously a good soccer player for that Central Clarion team as well. Well, here we go. We'll see what DuBois does to answer this now. First time they've had to answer.
That's right. Wingard will go out of the shotgun. Dixon to his left. Twin receivers on each side. He's looking to throw. He's got some time. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught by Dixon.
Good block.
Out to the 25, 30, 35, 40-yard line. And that's a gain of 20 on the play.
I'll tell you what, that was a great block inside. As it looked like he was going to get to the quarterback, and coming over and making that play was Hunter Allman. Boy, oh boy, he tattooed the blitzing backer on that outside. Great job and a big first down to get out to the 40-yard line.
So Dixon out of the backfield makes the catch in the run, 20 yards on that one.
Now 102 yards. 4 of 5 passing for Wingard. .28 yards receiving on 3 catches for Dixon.
Ringer with trips to the right this time. Under some pressure. Gets rid of that football and just throws it out of bounds. Wise that time.
Yeah, it's a smart move. For sure.
There is a flag on the play.
It's a hold. Yeah, Hayden Hyman got held as he was coming in there. But I'm impressed with Wingard, aren't you?
Oh, very much.
Yeah. Yeah, that play just took a little too long to develop. Good coverage downfield. Good choice by Wingard to throw it away. And that's going to back him up 10. That's the first penalty called against the Beavers tonight. It's the first one I've seen.
Tell you what, I know we've only seen not quite a full half, but this is a DuBois team that could make some noise this year.
Oh, for sure. I'm impressed with their line.
Yep.
Up front. I'm impressed with Corney. I think he's played really well. Wilson quietly at that 38 position, just making plays inside. Haven't seen him a lot offensively yet tonight.
Twins on each side for the quarterback.
Press coverage down on this side. Now they're going to back off of it.
Wingard looks to throw, fires the football. He's got a man right down that left seam. And they were intending that for Carter Voss.
Yeah, he wasn't really open, but if a perfect throw might get it to him, but had two guys back there. Got some pretty good speed.
Yep.
I haven't seen we know Burford can fly, right? And Jace can fly. Jace runs a 4.4 something, right? And I haven't seen them run away from these guys. Not surprising. We said it in the pregame. DuBois has a ton of athletes all the time. What a great baseball program up there. And they've had their successes in football, and looks like they may be on their way back with Coach T.J. Wingard to find us some more success.
Oh, bad snap, but nice shot by Wingard, then dropped by Dixon, and Dixon's going to get right on top of it. There's a scrum for that football. It looked like Dixon was able to get back on it. I think that's what they're saying. Yep.
Going to lose a couple on that.
So it'll be a third down at about 12. Third and long here on EYT is brought to you by Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
It'd be really interesting to see if the Wildcats decide to bring a blitz. They've really just been dropping back in almost an umbrella, six-man zone back there and bringing three-man pressure a lot of times. And the pressure hasn't been consistent. Obviously, it's hard to hold Hayden Heineman up for very long, but they've done a pretty good job with him. And again, Beckwith, they've taken him out of it a bit, making him drop into some coverages. So we'll see if they try to run that screen that the Wildcats were so successful on last series.
Whistles.
You know, we talk about Wilson and for the Beavers, Carter Wilson being the quiet guy. The one that isn't the quiet guy on the Wildcat side is Hayden Heineman. I see him down there yapping away. That's just his nature. It's how he plays.
We had him this summer after the baseball team made their big run, and we had him on our sports show, and I was able to interview, and he was a blast to talk to.
He's a good kid. He really is.
He told all. If I asked him a question, he told you exactly what was going on.
That's him. It doesn't stop. Great teammate as well.
So here we go. Third down and long. 3rd and 12 here for the Beavers. Hand it off. Over the left side, Dixon's going to bring it back up. He's short of the first down marker by about 6 yards.
Well, that's a good play by Braylon Beckwith, because if he doesn't make that tackle, that might get to first down yardage. I mean, that's about 9 or 10 yards he was able to get on that.
Clock running here, 6:25 to go in the Hager Paving second.
2 men back this time because of that low directional kick, and that makes it easier to fake a situation here. We'll see what they do. Look at the big tall guy here as your end. You know, who's going to cover him if you decide to throw him out to the flats?
Beck's on for the punt. Punt's brought to you by Gianni Montgomery Scott. High punt end over end. Won't be a return here as the ball's going to go out of bounds.
Probably around the 40.
Yep. So 5:54 to go here in the second. The Wildcats will get a shot again here. They lead now by 7. DuBois jumped out early at the 11:08 mark with the first touchdown. It was Wingard to Coughley, 78 yards to take that early lead. They led 14-7 on the Wingard touchdown run. But Central Clarion, plink, 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 the right back ahead. It's a pretty potent offense.
Well, they've done it running the football, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as an old school guy, doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Here's Ferguson, looks to throw. Ferguson under pressure. Ferguson out to the left side. How does he do it? He stays on his feet and crawls up to the 46-yard line. Gains 6 out of what would have been nothing.
Oh, great individual effort, but, you know, if you're the Central Clarion coaches, you're going to say, this is not what I'm after, right? I don't need my quarterback to have to fight through 17 guys when there's only 11 defenders to try to get upfield.
Ascendance Trucking Zockerl Motors update here. Karn City up 35-0 on Montauk. Montauk with negative yardage in the ball game. So I want to thank Mike Kilroy for the update from down there.
Yeah, looks like maybe Cole Johnson got things going.
Low snap gives it to Harrison. Here's Harrison over the right side. Harrison eluding a couple tackles, and he'll lean forward and have the first down across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That's 9 yards for Harrison. That's a good run, actually. Fighting off blocks pretty well are the DuBois Beavers there because, they pulled Heineman, came out, and he was able to get his guy. But good work out there, especially on that outside for DuBois. I don't know that player yet. Oh, Bryson Delaney did a great job to fight off that block and make that tackle, but not before a first down by Harrison. I like how he's running the ball. Straight forward and just going.
First and 10, new set of downs here for the Wildcats. Ferguson shovel pass forward. And right up the gut with that football, and a first down to the 30-yard line. Making the carry, that was
Charlie Hepfel.
Charlie Hepfel, number 20.
15 yards.
Yep. Moving the chains again. Again, first downs brought to you by Nick's Auto Body here. Central Clarion chalking a bunch up.
That's Hepfel's first catch. I like that play. Nice little shuffle pass inside. Good blocking. And I like how Charlie plays football. Straightforward. You're going to get exactly what you're going to get. Little undersized, but he's mean.
Close snap again. Handed off to Rex over the right side. And Rex leans forward, and he'll get about 4 or 5. Give him 5. Yeah, the Hepfel boy. I'm trying to think. Would his dad have been the one that played at CL years ago?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I had him as a student out there all those years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, you're old.
Oh, yeah. Well.
I'm not. You are. Yeah, Adam.
Yep, Adam Hepfel.
Great guy.
Yep, very, very nice. Great kid back at
really
the day,
smart.
too.
Really smart family, for sure. Yeah, the snaps have been low from Bracken. He's getting a trial by fire up there. That's a better one.
Quick throw
that's
to
what
Burford.
I'd have done. Yep.
But Burford tries to make a move. That spin move, and Burford down the sideline, 5, and into the end zone, touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'd do too. Good work.
25 yards. Is that where he was at?
30.
30.
Mm-hmm. 81 yards on 4 catches for Burford. .158. Jace is now 10 of 12 for 158 yards passing. Another touchdown. But see, that's what you do. If they're going to take away that deep thing, throw that 10-yard out. And then let Burford do his thing.
Euclid's on for the extra point. Put Clarion up by the 2 scores, and he will do that. 28-14. Central Clarion leads it. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreSportsPA.com.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Right back here, Hager Paving second quarter on Kerle Tire High School Sports here on exploreSportsPA.com. 28-14, Central Clarion back on the scoreboard, and here's Euchre sending it deep. And the ball's going to carry into the end zone, come out to the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, London Duncan, he thought about catching that thing, and I think maybe his teammates said, get the heck away from that thing. Don't do that, because it was about 3 yards deep. Let's see what the Beavers can put together here. They're certainly not out of this football game, not with a quarterback like they have back there, and not with a couple of those weapons they have. We were talking during the break, really, really impressed with Isaiah Corney. I think he's played a whale of a football game for DuBois. And Trey Wingard's impressive to me. Big, strong kid at that quarterback position. Got a good arm. He's been accurate so far.
Yeah, it's been.
I still think the slants are there for them if they want to go to it.
Goes out to Dixon. And Dixon, he's going to be tripped up.
That's Charlie Hepfel.
Yeah, Hepfel there, trip him up at the line. He'll get about 3 out of it as he slid for the 3.
Yeah, that could have been a big bust on that one. My goodness. Dixon's quick. He's got 39 yards on 6 carries.
Second down and 7.
I like their idea. Run the football, set up the pass.
Ringer fakes, looks to throw, fires the ball. He's looking for the outside. He's got a man and almost coming up with a very nice catch was Hyatt Muhammad.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they drew the free safety, Jace Ferguson, away from that. If that ball's on target, he may be gone. I mean, Muhammad can run right with Burford for sure, because Burford's got some speed, and that number 8 has it too. And just thrown a little outside of him and had to try to twist around to get to it, and incomplete. But a nicely set up play, and Ferguson was out of that play because of the way they drew him to the other side with motion.
3rd down and 7 here for the Beavers. 2:47 is what the clock shows here in the first half.
Look for Corney here. There's a mismatch inside in the slot on this right side for Trey Wingard. Let's see if he takes advantage of it. Slant will be there.
He's looking, fires.
There it was.
And he looked for it, and he just threw it a little bit of look behind Corney.
A little late on it. He was there. He had to clear that backer, and he was holding, but it was there.
You called it.
Yeah. It almost was intercepted that time. That was Brady Guth.
So 2:42 to go here in this second quarter. 28-14 Central Clarion.
Guth's a kid that I didn't know would play as much as he has. I mean, he's been starting there and playing on defense and doing a good job. He's a good athlete, really fast. The punt set up again.
Still Casey up 35-0. Monitor minus 19 yards in the ball game.
Boy, they're making that end-over-end low punt work.
Yes, they are. Nice punt by Peck back to the 35-yard line.
That's 3 times in a row they've forced the Beavers into punting the ball, so maybe Central Clarion settled in a little bit. Maybe some adjustments defensively by defensive coordinator Lauder for the Central Clarion side. We'll see. The Beavers have not been able to stop Central Clarion from scoring in this game yet. Every single drive has resulted in a touchdown.
So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
I think they're going to run the ball here again. Look for a trap this way.
Harrison back there. Nope, Ferguson's going to look to throw. He's got crisscrosses receivers, and he finds Rex. So Wiki went one way, Rex the other way, and Rex will take it up to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11 and a first down.
55 yards on 5 catches.
He just doesn't quit.
No.
Does he? My question, does he wrestle?
Yes.
I was going to say, you can sometimes tell, too.
But you know what? He played basketball because he's in Bill's grade, and he was a great basketball player, too. He's just an athlete. You remember all those Rexes?
Yep.
He's one of them.
Twins right, twins left for Ferguson. Clock running down to 2 minutes out of the shotgun. Quick throw and the pass. It was almost picked off once and almost twice as he was finding Burford on the right side.
Yeah, I don't know that Bryson Delaney could have got to it. He definitely got a hand on it, but that play right there, they read it. They saw it, but that ball came out so quickly he couldn't get to it, and that's an incomplete pass from Jace Ferguson. And that's only his 3rd incomplete pass of the game so far.
2nd down and 10 from the 46 of the Wildcats.
You know, this is the case where I'd come out and run this ball to set up this pass, and they've thrown it twice.
Trips off to the left side on the short side of the field.
They'll run it. No, they won't.
Here's Ferguson stepping up, firing, finding his receiver.
Kemmer.
And that's Kemmer for a first down inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
14 more.
As they add on to it, get the chains moved, the clock will get started again.
183. Ferguson, he's thrown it to 4 different guys. I'm running out of space to write them down.
Ferguson again. Pass is going to go incomplete, high for Burford on the right side.
Yeah, there should have been some holding call that time on Koffler, Nathan Koffler. That's what you can see Burford's looking for. He got held 8 yards down the field on the end, and they didn't call it. You can bet they'll try it again. But
said Koffler was shorter, so gave the advantage.
Yeah, he definitely came up, contacted, held on to him. That's exactly what you should do when you have a guy like that. Take the penalty rather than it. And he didn't even have to take the penalty, so good work out there.
2nd down and 10, ball to 39 of DuBois. Central Clarion with the 2-score lead. Ferguson's going to keep it this time. Right up the gut he goes. Breaking a couple tackles. Bust to the outside. 25-20. And out of bounds right around the 16-yard line.
24 yards.
Nice run by Ferguson.
123 yards rushing on 11 carries now for Ferguson. By far the top rusher in the ball game.
Central Clarion in the DuBois red zone as they look to extend this lead to 3.
Just a designed quarterback draw. I mean, I'd do it too. It's a perfect time to do it. The one, if you look, DuBois really drops. I mean, there are really 4 guys playing out in zone, almost 5, daring you to run the ball.
Ferguson keeps it again. Ferguson gets tripped up down to about the 10-yard line. So that's a gain of, what, about 6 yards?
Yep.
Second down and 4. So Central Clarion will use a timeout here. First timeout we've seen in the ball game. So we'll take a break and we'll be back with more for you. 28-14 the score, minute 16 to go here in the second. You're watching Kerle Tire High School Football on exploreClarion.com.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
All right, welcome back here to Larry Weiser Stadium at Clarion High School. Central Clarion leading 28-14. They have a second down and 4 at the 10-yard line.
I'd set up in that same exact wide stretch, and I'd run Noah right over to that right side. Just a delay, like a counter. Run it right over to the right side. I mean, look at the space you have over there. If you get any sort of block out of Kemmer, he's a walking in for touchdown.
From the 10. There he goes. Flag on the play. Ferguson, he'll be stopped shy of the goal line, right around the 2-yard line. Hold's going to be called here against the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's the inside of the line. I'm not sure if it was Bracken or if it was Jimmy Kerr. Yep.
So they'll back him up.
5 penalties, 35 yards. That's a black mark for Central Clarion for sure. But also means they feel like they have to.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you see some guys up front. Again, Corney, he's been just an absolute stud for DuBois up front. The guy in the middle, too, has been really good. I forgot his name. Noah Crawford. He's done a great job up inside. Basically playing almost like a defensive end in like a 3-4, but it's hard to even describe this defense that they're trying to run because the middle should be wide open for just about anything that you want to do, because they have it so spread out and the safeties have to cheat over, and they're really trying to defend against that pass, and that's why Central Clarion's been running the football.
From the 20, it's a second down on about 14. Here's Harrison. Harrison making a move, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. 20-yard run for Harrison here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's 5 carries, 55 yards for Harrison. You know, in this case, one little move, put that foot in the ground and go the other way, and he's quick and tough to bring down, and that time just to beat the defense. And again, I think that's there all day for them whenever they spread it out. It's just really hard to defend against that when you have that many weapons. You can have Rex back there, you can have Harrison back there, you can have Jace back there to do all those 3 things. And then if they start to squeeze in, throw it outside, right? I mean, that's been their modus operandi for a while.
Euchre's on for the extra point, and that would be good for about 50 yards. 35-14, Central Clarion leads. We'll break again. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreSportsPA.com.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
All right, back at Larry Weiser Stadium here at Clarion, 58 seconds to go in the Hager Paving second quarter. 35-14 Central Clarion leads. The run by Harrison for the touchdown. Kickoff. It's going to go into the end zone again.
It's easy to forget how important that is, right? The Beavers have an 80-yard field every time except the time they decided not to kick it in the end zone, right? And we saw that same thing years ago when Clarion Limestone had Davis, Rocky Davis, to kick. Same thing. It just, first of all, you're a good team. Secondly, your special teams are really good, right? He's not going to miss extra points. You got a field goal threat there, as well as the fact that he's giving you an 80-yard field every time. The defense has, it makes it tough for teams playing against you to consistently drive the ball 80 yards every time. It really does.
Well, here come the Beavers. They've got just less than a minute to go here in the second. Central Clarion will get the ball to start the third quarter as they had deferred.
Got aces.
Wingard fakes, looks to throw, fires to the left side, caught. And very short gain of anything. I was looking over there.
Boy, that's a really good job that time by Jesse Sawicki to make that play because, first of all, I think the receiver made a bad move to try to come back, go back outside instead of coming inside. But Sawicki was the one burned earlier in the game, but he made a great play there.
Couldn't see his numbers. At 17?
Yeah, that was 17.
All right, that's Delaney.
DuBois. Yeah. And
Bryson Delaney. So
I mean, that's a great play by Sawicki.
Yep.
There's no question about that.
Just 1 yard.
So 104 yards passing on 10 attempts.
Is there a timeout or something down there?
I think that DuBois took one.
Want to remind you, too, coming up, we'll have the Heater Lumber halftime show. We'll go through stats, scoring summary, all that for you. Take a look at that Ascendance Trucking, the old Zacro Motors scoreboard. Of course, I talked to the folks at Ascendance, and they are really pleased with Steve Kahle.
I don't believe it.
They said when it comes to the employees, they've never had anyone like him.
Well, I can guarantee you that is true. That is most certainly true. There's an adjustment period for them to figure out what Steve Kahle was.
They're like, what the heck did we do?
They were able to handle it.
Back to action, 46 seconds here for the Beavers as they try to cut into this 3-score Clarion lead. Wingard this time is going to be hit and dropped in the backfield, and on that sack was Hepfel.
Yeah, Charlie Hepfel, and that's just blitzing off that outside. And he did break down and didn't allow Wingard to fake him out and just made the tackle. Good job by Charlie Hepfel there.
Central Clarion's going to call a timeout here because it brings up a 3rd and 11. The loss on the play was, about 2 yards? Coming up at halftime, too, we'll give a listen to the Central Clarion Wildcat Band as well. We always like to get them on.
You're going to go get me a couple waters or something?
No.
You going to do that? What?
No.
You invite me back.
I didn't invite you. It was a surprise.
We shake off the cobwebs, right? And now you're not even going to get me a water.
Jake Bauer goes, oh, by the way, on Friday night, you're going to Clarion. Kahle. I went, what? Why do I get I get the short stick all the time? He just gets Cathcart.
You're a professional. That's why.
I guess so.
It surprises me, too, in this situation in the game. In the 3rd and 11, they're still coming up and almost press coveraging here on the outsides. Now they're going to drop back out of it.
Wingard looks to fire, does. It is caught on the left side. Breaking a tackle is Delaney, and he'll take that football for a first down. He does get out of bounds.
Yep.
He needed 11. He'll get, well, no, he doesn't get there. He gains 10. He needed 11. Boy, the one official came in. It looked like he had it. Of course, the officials, too, were working off the cobwebs.
I mean, what do you do here if you're the Beavers? I mean, you have to punt this ball away, right?
Well, 33 seconds, I would think so. They may talk about it here.
I think you can get it running up inside. I really do, but I don't think I chance it. Kick the thing away. You've not seen a return yet.
Yeah.
Your punter's done a good job keeping the ball low. Clyde Conti, the legendary Clarion Limestone coach, always said, the most important down in football is 4th down. The decisions you make in games, really, that's the difference maker. Mm-hmm. And I find it an interesting theory, right? But a lot of times you see that it's true, especially a lot of times you'll see in high school coaches, they'll try to outthink themselves. I mean, what should you do here? I mean, everything tells you to punt the football away. we've seen in the last 10 or 15 years in a lot of football, teams go for it on 4th down an awful lot. And I understand that. You get 4 downs, try to get 10. But, boy, if it doesn't work out against a team like this, it can be 42-14 in a hurry, right?
It looks like they're going to go here.
Maybe try to draw them off sides.
Yep. So Wingard's in the backfield. He's got Dixon back there. They need a yard. 4th and 1. 33 seconds to go in the second.
Look at Duncan, the big boy up front. We've seen him have a hard time with snap counts.
Oh, there's a whistle.
I think the Beavers were the ones that, the Beavers got that penalty.
Yeah, now you should see a punt come up, I would believe.
Yeah, I don't think you mess around with it here. But they were going to try to run right at Duncan, who's a big, tough kid. He's a Curlsville kid, by the way, up front. But last year, they had times they could draw him off sides, and that time he was steady right, and it was his guy that actually moved.
Mm-hmm.
So good job by Josh. I think it's Josh. There's 2 Duncan boys. They're both big as houses. I better check that. Don't want to say the wrong guy and get yelled at by my neighbors. Now that's Josh. Josh is 51.
Yeah, you said.
Well, I tell you, he's a big kid.
You said Curlsville. They'll come after you in Curlsville.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they won't question it.
That's right.
Here we go. Punt coming up here. Peck ready to punt.
You got Ferguson and Burford, 2 of your fastest and most athletic guys back here to return it.
33 ticks on the clock here in this first half. Central Clarion leads 35-14.
It was 14-7 DuBois earlier in this game, so this is going to be dangerous. Look out.
Yep, there's Ferguson. And he will bring it back to about the 40-yard line. Brings it back about 10, 15 yards.
Well, I look downfield, and what do I see? Hayden Hyman knocking somebody on his wallet. Kind of plays right to the whistle, doesn't he? Maybe they talked about I'll equip a play through the whistle.
Yep.
That was almost what that was.
And that's
right?
people would used to complain about Carn City a lot, and they'd say, well, they're adding. Well, yeah, they play until that whistle ends. They're gonna knock you on your rear end
and play through it. It's odd to see Hayden Hyman wear that 58. Last year he was a tight end, wore 85. He just flipped it over, but they had slid him inside. It's where I think he belongs. I think that's where his future is, and he's played a pretty good game so far. He's got a motor. He just works.
So 24 seconds. We'll see what Central Clarion can do here. Ferguson fire that ball across the middle, and it's just too high that time for Rex.
Oh, he had him, and I told you Rex was going to be a big part of this game plan. And that's probably a touchdown if he hits him there, because he had one guy to beat. And knowing Ethan Rex, he probably ran right for him, right, instead of trying to avoid him. But either way, incomplete. I like the play design. He was all by himself.
Yeah, let's see if they might go right back to it.
I don't know if they brought Ethan Rex from the slot area, like he's in the inside of the trips on this play. I didn't see whether he was in the backfield, but I think Noah Harrison was in the backfield with him. It's like they're going to page 37 of the playbook because they're all looking at their wrists.
Second out and 10, 20 seconds to go here in the half. Ferguson to the left side. Slings that pass, and it's incomplete. Tried to get that in there to Kemmer.
That's really good work defensively that time for DuBois. Carter Voss was one of the guys out there, and also Hyatt Muhammad. It's almost like a Tampa 2, right? They were dropping him back. He was going to give him up to the safety when the ball came out. They were both there. That wasn't going to get them much, no matter what happened. So the miss by Ferguson with Rex on that little tear down the middle, that's the play they'd like to have back.
Well, here we go, 15 seconds. Clock holds, 3rd down and 10. Screen to the right side, finds Burford. Here's Burford up the middle. 35, down to the 30. Burford going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 25. Stops the clock at 5 seconds. And he'll be down to about the 23-yard line. 17-yard pickup.
Yep. Even 200. Burford now has 98 yards on 5 catches with a touchdown in there, at least one.
Oh, they're going to set up Euchert for the field goal here. This would be from the 35, or the 30 be a 40-yard field goal. There's the kick. It's on the way. Euchert's kick, 40 yards out, and that kick is good. As time expires in quarter number 2. What a toe on by Euchert.
Yep, good hold by Harrison. Puts it through. No time on the clock, and 38-14 is your halftime score.
So how about that? Central Clarion trailing 7-0, then 14-7. They come back here. They're up 38-14 here at the half. We'll take a timeout. We're going to take a quick breather here, and we're going to come back. We have the Heater Lumber halftime show on the way. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football here at exploreSportsPA.com.
DuBois, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. DuBois provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. DuBois can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. DuBois is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let DuBois help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. DuBois is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, DuBois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Owners and operators, if your business depends on your truck, then we've got you covered. From simple oil changes to complete engine rebuilds, Bauer Truck Repair has the tools and the know-how to get the job done. We also offer 24-hour roadside assistance. Anywhere, anytime, any weather. Our techs are ready to get your truck fixed and back on the road. We even offer towing and load transfer services. At Bauer Truck Repair, we understand that every minute and every dollar counts. So trust your business with our business. Bauer Truck Repair, located off exit 60 in Chippenville. You can also find us online at exploreClarion.com or call us at 814-226-6023. That's 814-226-6023.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Kerle Tires in Clarion. Kerle Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
All right, welcome back here to Larry Weiser Stadium here at Clarion. We're going to give a listen here to the Central Clarion Wildcat Marching Band as they've come onto the field. We're in the Heater Lumber halftime show. We got a lot coming your way. We got stats, scores, and more, but here is the Wildcat Marching Band.
prepare to be wowed as this alternative rock hit is conducted by Morgan.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
West Park Rehab Physical Therapy, providing traditional physical therapy plus diagnostic testing to include EMG nerve conduction study and musculoskeletal ultrasounds.
Welcome back here to Larry Weiser Stadium at Clarion High School. Central Clarion leading here at halftime here at Heater Lumber Halftime Show. 38-14 over DuBois. And time to take a look at those stats. They're brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic. And Patrick, what you got over there?
Yeah, let's start with the DuBois Beaver. Started out with a 14-7 lead and did it through the air mostly. 204 total yards for the Beavers in the half. And Wingard, their quarterback, was 7 of 11 for 161 yards, couple touchdowns. Did a good job there, but after the first quarter, the Central Clarion team seemed to figure them out. Rushing the ball, they only had 43 yards rushing. Dixon led the way, 6 carries, 39 yards. Wingard had 4 carries, one of them a sack, which in high school turned it into a 2-yard total for him. In the receiving, Kofler had 2 catches, 80 yards, one of them a touchdown. Corney had 3 catches, 70 yards, and Delaney 2 catches for 11 yards. 3 penalties, those came all in the second quarter for 20 yards. And again, 204 total yards for the Beavers in the first half. Looking at Central Clarion, they had 394 total yards in that first half. Chase Ferguson led the way, 13 of 19 for 200 yards passing. Burford had 5 catches, 98 yards. Ethan Rex, 5 catches, 55 yards. Sawicki with 1 catch for 13. Charlie Hepful with 1 for 15. And Cohen Kemmer 1 for 4 yards. Rushing the ball, it was spread across 3 runners, and one of them was Noah Harrison. 5 carries, 55 yards. Rex had 3 carries, 13 yards, and Ferguson 12 carries for 126. That's 194 yards rushing. Again, the total 394 yards of total offense. 5 penalties for the Wildcats for 35 yards. That's a little bit of a stain on that. That's about the biggest stain you could say in that first half. Other than defensively, they had some breakdowns early, but they seemed to adjust pretty well to it. And they have done a good job on a few of the things we talked about. Haven't talked a lot about Wilson on defense. They've been able to stay away from him and just spread the ball over the field. And as we talked about, 5 different receivers for Ferguson for Central Clarion and 3 different receivers for Wingard and DuBois.
All right. I would turn myself up. There we go. And so those stats again brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic. Time for that Descendants Trucking Zockro Motors scoreboard. Red Bank up on Union AC Valley 21-7. 20-7. Brookville leads Bradford. That nearing halftime. Oh, what else do we got? Carn City up on Montauk 35-0. Myersdale 14, Kerwinsville 6. Brockway 21, Cameron County 0. And Tyrone leading Clearfield 14-13. So those scores coming in so far. So there we go with that. Again, Ascendance Trucking and Zockro Motors, the old Zockro Motors. Of course, Pat, a big part of all of that. And now still part of Ascendance Trucking. So we want to thank them for that sponsorship. You've been a sponsor in there a long, long time.
Yeah, very long time. You know, the one that got away from me, as soon as EYT started doing instant replays, I'm watching the game, and I texted you. I think you were on the air. I said, I want that instant replay, right? We want to sponsor that, and I think someone had already done it earlier that day, and I can't remember who it is. I think it's been the same sponsor since then.
It's been, well, we've changed a couple, but now it's the Matrix Group. But I think it might have been Universal Wood or something back at that time.
But either way, yeah, well, I'll be always going to support this. I mean, it's such a great part of Western Pennsylvania culture, right? And look around how many of these folks are actually listening or watching on their phone, and how many at home? I mean, we know there's a ton, thousands. And so it's a great thing for us to do to support and also to help the company, right?
Yep, changed a lot of things. I know there were some folks a few years ago. They were actually in their whole neighborhood. They had a white garage, and they had one of those projectors, and they would put the game on the garage, and they said the whole neighborhood would come over. It's changed a lot, the days where we got started back in college on radio, and now with all of this stuff, it's just it's
incredible.
Amazing.
Incredible stuff. It's great to be able to share it and allow people, like my sister lives in Virginia. She sends me a picture with a drink in the computer right there, and she said couldn't be a better night in Virginia to watch Central Clarion and DuBois knock heads out here. So we got a second half coming up, Mike. I mean, I think DuBois has to right the ship here, get a stop. They haven't had one yet other than stopping Central Clarion for a field goal, but there's been a score on every drive for Central Clarion. DuBois has to get a stop, maybe create a couple turnovers here in the second half to make things happen for them. And Central Clarion, for them, it's just same old. Keep balancing that, running the football, throwing the football, get your balance. Still a lot of weapons out there, right? I mean, we can see it. But I think there are some weapons for the Beavers that could be unleashed here if they try that inside of the field a little bit, get that ball to Corney, see what Winger can do.
Real quick here, too, we want to run through the scoring summary for you. Scoring summary brought to you by Gatesman Auto Body, and we'll get a break, come back, we'll get some Kale's keys to the second half, and he already kind of alluded to a few of them there. DuBois took the early lead. Wingard to Kahle, 78 yards for the touchdown. Clarion answered. Ferguson, the 10-yard touchdown run, 7-7. Wingard, the 1-yard touchdown run at the 3:29 mark in quarter number 1. 14-7 DuBois at that point. But then Clarion reeled off 5 scores in a row. Ferguson to Burford, 5 yards, made it 14-14. Harrison, the 1-yard touchdown run at the 8:13 mark of the second, 21-14. Ferguson to Burford, 30 yards at the 3:20 mark in the second, 28-14. How about Harrison again, the 20-yard touchdown run, 35-14. And then Euchert comes on, pounds a 40-yard field goal. It would have been good from 50, 60, I don't know.
Probably, maybe close to 50. I don't think he'd have got the 60 there, but he hit it pretty well.
He sure did. 38-14 is where we stand here at halftime, and we're going to take a time out here. We're going to come back out. We got more for you on the way. We're at halftime, Heater Lumber Halftime Show. It's 38-14. Central Clarion leads DuBois. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football on explorePASports.com.
Best of luck this season to all our local football teams. From your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kale's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kale's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Brookville Equipment is a world-class manufacturer, designing and building the latest in transportation technology. Our team of engineers, machinists, welders, assemblers, and many more are always pushing the limit. Brookville Equipment, doing what we do best for over 100 years, and proud to support high school athletics.
For over 2 decades, Dietz has kept your home comfortable and your business running. We're responsive, reliable, always ready to go the extra mile. Because when it comes to your comfort, we believe in doing the right things. For the best in HVAC, plumbing, electric services, call Dietz. Nobody beats Dietz.
At NPRC, affordable opportunities are endless. Learn more at their information session on Tuesday, September 24th. Visit nprcevents.org to register for this virtual event. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Brighter futures begin here.
Oaks Building Supply is committed to providing quality building products to the community. Everything you need to get the job done right, visit Oaks Building Supply in Lucinda. Discover Regen RX, specializing in regenerative orthopedic medicine and aesthetics. Feel better, move better, look better. Visit regenrxhealth.com. Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Right back here, wrapping up the Heater Lumber halftime show. 38-14 Central Clarion leads. Pat, changes you think? Any keys to the second half?
I think DuBois needs to use the middle of the field more. The Beavers have their chances. I think they need to be physical up front. I think they could run the ball more than they have. I really do. Because if they spread them out, we've seen some power up inside. Their quarterback doesn't really want to run the ball, but you start running the ball, you're going to soften them up a little bit, get some of those one-on-one situations outside, and we've seen them have success with that. Defensively, they're going to have to take some chances, right? Going to have to throw some blitzes at Jace, see if you can get him down on the ground, try to make the chains longer than 10 yards. That's a big part for them. For Central Clarion, what do you change? I mean, keep the ball in Jace's hands, keep getting it to Rex, look for Burford a little bit. I think I'd run the ball with Harrison. That's been very successful. And just use that big line and work this clock out and get a win. Doesn't matter how you get it. You don't have to score 70 and 80 points every game. Teach your guys how to run block, teach them tough parts, and get some of your other guys in there to get them some experience, because we know it's a long season. We know injuries happen. Do everything you can to get as many guys on the field. But if DuBois can get a stop on this first drive, that's a big thing for them, because it'll give them some confidence back. They came out guns a-blazing early and had a 14-7 lead, but it's been all Central Clarion since.
Rex Guth and Burford back deep here for Central Clarion. That'll wrap up the Heater Lumber halftime show. Third quarter sponsor is Ascendance Trucks, formerly known as Zocro Motors. This is where I used to pick on you all the time at your right here.
You still can.
Yeah.
I won't listen. Like I never listen.
Peck kicks off. Burford takes it in the middle of the field at the 15, back to the 20. 25-yard line, 30, 35, up to the 40, 45-yard line.
He had a hole in the middle. If he had not gone outside, I think he could have taken that thing the whole way back. He had the kicker, and that was about it. Good return, though, for Mason. He's fast.
Yep, 15 to the 45, give him 30.
Tough to cover, too. I mean, that's why they get those one-on-ones with him. He's so tall, and he's got great hands like his brothers did, and it's just another one of those Burfords.
What if they argue? I'm better than you. No, you aren't.
Mason doesn't argue about much. Very talented musically, actually, yeah. Mason Burford, yeah. He is, but yeah, he got single coverage here. It wouldn't surprise me to see him go right up top to him. That safety's not rolled. We'll see.
Ferguson, quick throw across the middle. It's tipped, and it falls incomplete. It went to Beckwith that time.
Yeah, just a quick little pop to the tight end, Braylon Beckwith. Not a guy that you count on offense an awful lot. Good blocker, but it was there. And incomplete.
Second down here for the Wildcats, just underway here in the third quarter.
I'm very, very, very surprised that they did not try to go to Burford there. When they had single coverage and no safety help, very surprised.
Single receiver on each side for Ferguson. Hands that off. And the ball comes out, but it's right into the hands of another Central Clarion player. Harrison won the run. That's just crazy.
Well, that's just the football gods on your side there. Ball probably getting a little slippery. Got hit. Charlie Hepfel in the right place at the right time. So we'll give 10 yards for Harrison and 2 more yards for Hepfel.
I was just watching the replay, and well, you couldn't plan it any better.
No, but luck for sure.
First down for the Wildcats at the 44-yard line. We have about 11 yards on that play.
Yep.
Because it was the 45.
Yep, that's what it was.
Ferguson
RPO.
keeps it. Rolls outside. Has a blocker. Cuts back inside, and there he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. You're not going to touch him. That's a touchdown.
44 yards rushing on that one. And just that little foot in the ground, he's so quick. And he just got that backer to freeze, and when he got outside of him, good blocking by Charlie Heffel again coming across. He just does a lot of things right and freed him back inside, and then it's off to the races, and not many people going to catch Jace Ferguson there. So another 44-yarder for him.
Euchard's on for the extra point. One thing about with Euchard, he gets a lot of practice each week.
He does. I think he had 80 extra points last year.
And that one's up and good, too.
I think they've worn out DuBois a bit. In that case, you just keep running the football, I guess, you know.
Take time out here, 45-14 Central Clarion. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football on exploreClarion.com.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
All right, back here at Larry Weiser Stadium. Euchard's kick went into the end zone. Are you shocked? And DuBois will have that football out at the 20-yard line. That's pretty much her starting place most of the night.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. The one kick went out of bounds, but it's hard to overstate how important that is when you got a decent defense and that kind of offense to start a team at the 20 every time.
Wingard takes the snap, gives that to Dixon. Dixon's going to be stood up in the middle and driven backwards. Nothing there for him.
Boy, that was really good work, and I'm trying to see who it was inside.
Yeah, once they turn around, if they do.
You know, I don't know who that is. Give me 1 second. I hate saying that.
That was Brant Parker, wasn't it, 44?
Yeah, that's who it was. I haven't talked about him much, but he made a great –
yeah.
I mean, he took two guys on and just bull rushed him. He's not a gigantic guy. He's tall. But, you know, there's a relation there, I'm pretty sure, to Caldwell. You remember Caldwell
yep.
from CL?
Yeah.
Mike Caldwell?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's an uncle to Parker. I think that. They called him, I think, meat or something. He was a monster.
They did give him a yard out of it. Wingard flings that ball, and it is intercepted, picked off. Sawicki with the interception.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got licked at the end, and a flag came out late. I'm not sure why, over on this sideline. I'm not sure what the flag was from. I don't know what it was, sideline infraction or something, but Sawicki got hit hard on that right at the end of that play, and he's down right now.
So we'll see what the penalty is over here, and then as they go out to attend to Sawicki. Official.
No, good interception by Sawicki. Yeah. Just stepped in and saw it happen. I mean, he was the one that was victimized earlier on, and hopefully he's okay. I knew he really got ripped by two guys right at the end of that play as he was trying to return that. It's back down to about the 11.
Now, Clarion will have the football here. Penalty flag was thrown after the play. And he gets up and walks off under his own power. Great to see.
Yeah, he definitely got stuck. It was a good hit that time. Defensively, well, offensively, then defensively by Camden Long of the Beavers.
Oh, I see. Tyler wanted us to wave. They had a shot of us up here. You know, we want people to watch, as Bob always says, and they take shots of us. People turn it off. They're like, God, they're ugly.
It was not anymore. It was a sideline infraction. It was a sideline infraction. I don't know if that was a warning because I don't see them moving the ball back. I think you do get a warning. I don't know. I think a couple of the Central Clarion players jumped on real early while the play was still going on. I think that's what it was. But, yeah, you have the good looker up here now.
Oh, jeez. Scott Fox, you mean?
Yeah, well, he's definitely a looker.
Ferguson hands it off to Harrison. Here's Harrison getting spun around at the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't give up, and he's finally going to be pushed down right about at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And guess who? Wilson, the guy we talked about. Yep. He's just a a very, very strong defensive player. He quietly comes in there and makes plays, and that's what he did again there. Just a tough kid, Carter Wilson.
Central Clarion would score here. We would go into that mercy roll.
That's the first turnover of the football game, right? I mean, Clarion almost turned it over earlier on the Harrison to Hepful fumble, but look for Rex here.
Ball
there he is.
Off, and the throw caught in the end zone, touchdown.
I don't like the play design because it could have been either Rex or Braylon Beckwith.
And that's who it is.
It is. They almost were running posts to each other. Someone either ran a wrong route or I don't like the play design. But either way, it's a touchdown for Central Clarion. I thought he was going to look for Ethan there.
And I even saw there was some guys thought someone else had the ball in the backfield. Great fakes that time.
They're running a little more RPO stuff because Ferguson knows more, right? He's a fourth-year starter.
There's the kick on the way. It's good. So 52-14. We will go to the mercy roll here at Central Clarion.
You want to explain that?
The clock will run other than a timeout or a penalty. So we'll have that.
It'll just keep running.
It'll go, go, go. And that play covered, 11 yards?
Yep.
To Beckwith.
Yep. Another person he completed a pass to. Doggone it.
And another.
I got to change it.
Another kid who I had dad, aunts, all of them in school.
Yeah. Well, Beckwith was a pretty tough customer himself playing football.
He certainly
Not a big fella, but he could certainly do it, get it done. And there's another Beckwith. Briggs Beckwith plays on this team as well.
Yep.
He's another little firecracker, too. You know, and Braylon Beckwith's just a junior.
Yeah.
So they still have some players on this team after they lose a lot of really good ones. They still have a number of good ones still here.
Euchre sends it downfield. And that'll get into the end zone, too. Back out at the 29-34. Now, of course, the clock will also stop at the change of possession. That's the only other time as the teams come on the field, but then it's going to roll. But, you know, not a bad football game. You know, you say that, well, it's 52-14, but DuBois came out, they were strong.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just so hard to stop so many different weapons. Central Clarion I think the play calling has been pretty good. I mean, they've really done a lot of good things. You see some weaknesses maybe on stuff to the inside that they maybe have to work on, but they were able to adjust to that pretty quickly. And to be honest, the Beavers haven't really tried to work the middle of that field as much as I thought they should.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do here. Wingard brings that ball, and it's going to just get it out of bounds. There was really no one he could go to.
Yeah, that's a little iffy on whether that's – I mean, it was close enough to a receiver. He certainly was intentionally throwing it out of bounds, but he didn't really get out of the pocket much. Just not a lot there. Wildcats have done a good job in coverage. Been impressed with Guth wearing the 11. He plays pretty well. And we always know Ferguson's going to be good back here. They've dropped Ethan Rex back into another free safety position, so it's Rex and Ferguson deep. Almost playing like a Tampa 2 here. We'll see whether they drop off on zone or stay in man. Look for screen.
Yep, to Dixon. And he's got room up the middle. How about that? 35, 40, 45, 50. 45 down to the 40-yard line of Central Clarion. Nice job.
Well, I tell you, Braylon Beckwith got pasted inside and ended up on his wallet. Wow, did he get hit. It's a big play. Good play for DuBois.
30, 40, about 40?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Ball placed at the 39-yard line of Central Clarion.
41.
So DuBois now making a little bit of noise. Of course, the clock will be running the rest of the second half. Hands it to Dixon, but then there's a penalty here we're going to see.
I think that's procedure,
right? It's a
right?
procedure here, I believe. Yep. Once they set the ball, we'll get the clock started again.
Yeah, stayed nice, right?
Yeah, real nice.
Good night to play football, too. We see so often cramping problems with you know, the perspiration and the loss of fluids and everything. And you're not really going to see that as much tonight as you normally do in mid-August, mid to late August. And so it's a perfect night to play football. think it's going to warm up for next week, though.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. 1st and 15. Wingard dumps it off. It is caught.
Corny.
And Corny, I like him. You like him too. I'll tell you what, he's a nice ball player, and he takes that forward, and he's going to be short of the first down marker, but a nice gain to about the 33-yard line.
It's about an 8-yard pass reception there. Just a nice pass, a good route, good hard running. I like the idea. Hey, get them. Get 8 yards a pop.
Yep.
You know, get 6 yards. Take what they give you, right? And Corny's just a player, no question about it. Very impressed with him today.
Delaney wide out to the left out there. Corny's out there.
You got trips up on that top side.
Yep.
I like the inside slot guy. I think he has a real chance here.
Wingard looking to throw. Steps up. Fires. Looking for Kahle. It is knocked away by Burford. Oh, what a play by him to knock that pass away.
Oh, boy. Was it ever, because he got smoked. I don't know whether it was a little inside move that got him beaten, but he has that recovery speed to get back there, and that time Wingard hung that ball a little bit, and it looks like maybe a little nip there for Burford. He may be coming out. Looks like an ankle. Maybe he turned him on the side of the ankle, and Cohen Kemmer will check in for him at that corner. Cohen Kemmer's played corner a number of times. See, they sometimes play him at outside backer now. They do some different things with him. Very good, very athletic, very fast.
Yeah, Burford had to recover to get to that football. Sure did.
Right now, if I'm Wingard, I'm looking right to throw right at Kemmer to see what I've got. I think he's got Voss over there.
It's 3rd down at about 4.
Corny in motion.
Steps up in the pocket, fires the ball, and it's going to overshoot everybody. That's 4th down. This will be 4 downs for them here.
For sure. Again, though, pressure put on that time, once again by Big 4-4. We talked about him earlier. I didn't notice him earlier in the game. He's starting to beat his man and get in there and cause, you throw that a half a second early, you have to make that throw. And Wingard was unable to do it there. But impressive work in this second half by Brant Parker. Got another one of them, too. Reagan, I think, is his little brother. It's another one on this team. They just keep on pushing them out of Clarion Limestone and Clarion area.
Yeah, they sure do.
Got a couple big boys from North Clarion. Larry Weiser works up there now, so you guarantee you're going to see some more kids come from there.
He does the recruiting up there, getting them in here.
4th down.
Wingard across the middle. The pass is incomplete. Tried to find again in the middle there, Corny.
Yeah, that probably should have been caught. It was a pretty well thrown ball, and it's going to turn over on downs.
Shaking up Central Clarion player. Getting up, though. He's okay.
Let's see how long, probably to the end of the 3rd quarter, I would guess you'd leave your starters in. We'll see if they start mixing in some other folks. I think Burford may have seen his last play. We'll see. Might have been a cramp.
Yep, could have been 2.
Trainers down there working on him. So they've got Kemmer in his spot offensively.
Well, handed off. Here's Hyndman. Bang! 45-50, or Harrison, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Down to the 15 into the 10. That is Harrison. Noah Harrison rolling down the side of the field. And a 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like, what about the 8?
It's 58 yards.
Being attacked by bugs.
Yeah, that's a 58-yard run for Harrison.
Nice run by him.
7 carries, 122. A big chunk of them right there. That's a great job by Charlie Hepfel coming up through the line. He was his lead blocker there and just got in the way of somebody, and Harrison just turned it on. Very impressed with how he's running the ball.
Gives it to Rex. Rex cuts to the outside, and he's going to go in for the score for the touchdown. 8 yards for Rex.
Yeah, there's just too many weapons, right? I mean, goodness gracious. It's nothing but a little stretch play, and he just stretched to the corner, and you see the Beavers sort of wearing out a little bit. Noah Harrison, the senior. Ethan Rex, the sophomore. Business as usual for this offense for Central Clarion. Trying to make it now 59 points on the night.
Euchred on. Kick's on the way, and that kick is up and good. So 3:45 to go here in this third quarter, and it is an Ascended Strucking Zocro Motors third. Central Clarion up big. We'll break. You're watching Kerle Tire High School football on exploreSportsPA.com.
Because if you need 2 yards, he's probably getting them.
All right, back here at Larry Weiser Stadium at Clarion High School. Central Clarion leading it here, 59-14, and Euchre gets set to kick off again. Euchre is one of the few guys on the team who, instead of, like the linemen have to get in the ice bath, he just puts his leg.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got to be tired after these games. He kicks a lot.
He sure does. This one will be fieldable.
Yes, it is. Right up around the 20-25-yard line. And that's what it'll be. Is that
Hepful? Charlie and Alex
Yeah, I was
Love.
looking to see, though, that was a new player in there for DuBois. That was number 44. I want to give credit where it's due. That's London Duncan on the return.
Yep. That's a good return, too.
Yeah.
I saw a couple freshmen in there. Carter Heineman ended up on top of one of his own players down there trying to get down and make the play, but he's a gritty kid, too. He'll get in there. Don't see any real substitution yet defensively for Central Clarion. Sawicki still in the game. They do have Brody Beggs, another freshman, playing sort of that slot corner, that nickel back a little bit.
You got Burford back in there down there, too,
to
test that ankle out maybe.
Yeah, and they are dropping Ethan Rex and Ferguson back deep as the 2 safeties. Davey Eggleton loves to run little robber defenses where he's showing something, drops into something else. I should say Dave Louder, but Eggleton. Little counter.
Hand off here, and short gain, couple yards is all there that time for Danny Dixon.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love to watch how Charlie Hepful plays defense. He's not a big guy, but he just sets up. He sets his. He's always in the perfect position to make a tackle. Sometimes you got a really big back, he can give you trouble. But Charlie, he sticks his head in there no matter what. He and Braylon Beckwith on that play, but just reads a play very well, gets himself in position to make tackles, and just a gritty kid.
Here's Wingard out of the shotgun. Dixon back there with him. Twins on each side. 59-14 Central Clarion late here in the third. Wingard pumps, fires, and it's going to be just shy of his receiver across midfield.
I'll tell you, just to get that ball away from Wingard, that's impressive, because he was sort of rolling to his left, and he saw Beckwith coming hard at him. Just a little snap of his wrist. Didn't quite get it there. If he got it there, it might have been in some trouble because there was double coverage there. But you can see his athleticism on display, some of these plays. They haven't put a gigantic rush on him, haven't really tried to blitz him much. They're getting there sort of with 3 and 4 guys, at least pressuring him late in the play, but good coverage back deep. It's really hard when you get down in a game. If you're going to try to get the ball down the field, you really have to do it in small chunks rather than large chunks.
Intended receiver on that pass play was Voss. High snap to Wingard, pulls it down, fakes, looks to throw, fires that football, and it's going to be incomplete. They're going to have a pass interference out there. Voss, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that's Brody Beggs, and just kind of got turned around a little bit. The ball hung in the air a bit. That's a freshman. But I told you, nobody's going to run away from him. That time he just caught him up inside a little bit, and certainly pass interference, and it's going to be a 15-yarder and a first down.
So that'll give the Beavers a first down here. And again, penalties brought to you by Red Bank Chevrolet.
5 of them against Clarion now for 40 yards.
You know, Pat, they say at Red Bank Chevrolet, don't make a penalty. You come down here and talk to us first, because that's where you get the best deal.
Well, that's the Heinemans, right? That's the Heinemans. They're all over the place. They're playing football, selling Chevys. Making concrete. They do it all.
Minute and a half to go here in the third. Wingard.
Staying in press here.
Pumps looking. He's going to fire that ball to the right side, and the pass is going to be incomplete.
Well, that was really good patience by Burford because great work. Is that Voss?
Yeah, it was Voss.
Well, Voss broke through him, got him behind him.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was Kofor.
Okay, Kofor got him behind him, but Burford just waited, watched his eyes, and reached out with his hands. Didn't interfere, got his hands there, knocked the ball away. That's why he's an all-state corner. I mean, he's that catch-up speed for him. He's so tall and long, and that helps him. I don't even think it's his favorite sport, and he ends up being one of the best guys out on the field,
That happens often, too. Is he kidding? Yeah. I even asked those guys when I had the Clarion players in and some of the other ones for baseball, what's your favorite sport? I don't know. It's not baseball.
I like them all.
Wingard looks to throw and then just gets rid of it there.
They were trying to run that inside screen, and they read it like a book. And I'll tell you what, that pressure put on again by Parker and Matty Alston, you're running for your life there. And that's an experienced quarterback saying, that's not there. Put it in the ground, go for another one. Well, he's got 5 straight incompletions now as they're starting to get to him.
I think they're just going to let the clock run out here. So we're going to go to quarter number 3, 59-14. The score is Central Clarion leads DuBois, and we will break. We'll come to quarter number 4. It's on the way, and you're watching our Kerle Tire High School football. It's all right here on Explore PA Sports or exploreSportsPA.com.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Beer.
Yeah, that's right. He knows the guys he played baseball with, like travel ball and stuff, but he's like, I don't know where that kid's from.
All right, back here at Clarion High School, Larry Weiser Stadium. Central Clarion leads here 59-14, a game where DuBois jumped out 7-0 early. They led 14-7, but then it's been all Central Clarion since then.
A little something going right here. Got a 3rd and 10, but they were able to move the ball a little bit here.
Clock will be moving here in the 4th quarter as well, and the 4th quarter is sponsored by the Clarion County Community Bank.
I think they may unleash. Let Charlie Hepfel do something here. What's going on? They didn't like whatever that look
something was already.
So let's look to the future. I think unless something crazy happens in this 4th quarter, which you never know, Central Clarion probably goes on to win this football game. They're tested early. Well, tell me what you see in the future here of DuBois. I'm pretty impressed, actually. I know that's crazy to say at this point, but Central Clarion does this to a lot of teams. I think they stick to their guns and stay with what they do pretty well. I like their quarterback. I think this might be a 6 or 7 win team when you look at what they've got coming up on their schedule. It'll just depend on the health, right?
Oh, I agree 1,000%. And this is a team that possibly could make the playoffs. They're a 5A school.
Yeah, they go and play Punxsutawney. Then they have Bradford. I think the Punxsutawney will be a tough game. I think Punxsutawney is going to be a good running team if they decide to run. Last year they tried to sling it all over the place. Yeah. They're always solid. Got Bradford. I think that's a win. Carn City's going to be a tough one. Brookville's going to be better than a lot of people think. Then you got Monotone. I think that's a win. Ridgeway probably wins. St. Mary's. Brockwade's a tough one. Then Hollidaysburg. You get the 5 or 6 wins with this team. You can see what happens because they played pretty well in the playoffs last year. They lost to Juniata 36-22 in their game.
So here we go, 3rd down and 10 here for the Beavers as we start the 4th. Clarion County Community Bank 4th quarter. Winger to the right side. He's got some room to run. Not a lot, but he found a little bit.
I tell you, Beckwith certainly goes side to side well, doesn't he? I mean, it looked like a lot of room. And Parker once again going nuts in there. Matt Alston really forced that to go outside. And just a good tackle by Beckwith, and it's 4th down now and 7.
See what DuBois decides here. Looks like they're going to drop back to punt.
That's what I would do.
Peck is on to punt. Burford's going to go back.
I mean, you just want to make these fields as long as you possibly can. We'll see when Central Clarion decides to start calling off the dogs here. And bring in the youngsters.
Just gets that snap off. Oh, and it was almost blocked. Flag on the play. They're going to get him for running into the kicker. And the ball's going to be down at about the 3-yard line. But I think Beckwith got in there and got a hold of Peck.
Well, Beckwith helped him up, and then he looks over. And Beckwith's one of those kids who's going to wear his heart on his sleeve, right? And he looked over and see him throw his hands down. Oh, I didn't mean to hit him. But I think they called it a roughing the punter, so that's going to be a first down for the Beavers, and they'll get another shot here.
Yeah, they will.
First penalty in the second half against Central Clarion. But it's a big one.
Yeah, looking ahead to some of the broadcasts coming up. I know next week I think we had planned on being down at Red Bank again. Brockway comes in down there. I think that'll be a pretty good ball game.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Red Bank, everybody was saying, well, you know, Red Bank loses. The Klauses, they lose. Everybody said, you know what, they're Red Bank.
That's exactly
They still
right.
got Wagner. They still got Gold as your coach. He's going to win you half of your games because of the way he coaches. Wagner's a tough kid, and they always just reload.
Yeah.
I
Just
said
like
it today.
here.
They're
Same
going to be
thing.
good. Yeah, I said they're going to be good again. Are they going to be that level? I don't know. You know, heck, you got the Huffmans in there. I mean, there's a lot of athletes down at Red Bank Valley.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for DuBois, just inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line. Hand off over the right side.
Dixon, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be forced out of bounds at about after a gain of about 6.
That was Dixon, right?
No, I believe that was Deeb, number 35.
Yeah, he was 35. I thought that was Dixon.
That's Deeb. D-E-E-B.
That's his first carry of the ball game.
Second down at about 4 or 5 here is where it stands. I do appreciate, too, one thing they did to the Clarion field, they put those hash marks in. Well, that just makes a big difference.
Yeah, it helps.
Especially at my age. You're just a little bit younger. Not much.
29 forever, my friend.
Winger takes the snap. And the throw again does. It's caught on the right side. And
that's about 10-yard throw, and that went out
to
to
Hansley. Yep,
yeah, that's
number
18. Yep.
Thatcher Hansley. It's first down here for the Beavers. They're going to move the chains. So DuBois comes up to the line of scrimmage. Again, first down's brought to you by Nick's Auto Body. Clock rolling here in this fourth quarter. Mercy roll in effect. Deep over the right side. He's going to be hit and drop back around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Hayden Hyman, Braylon Beckwith come in. Hayden Hyman did a good job of fighting off that block and bringing him down. And then Beckwith came in and cleaned it up. About a yard, right?
Maybe. Not a whole lot there. Ball at about the 23-yard line. So, no, he's right back line of scrimmage. No gain.
They like to run little counters. I haven't seen the pull on the guards yet, on the traps yet. I haven't watched closely enough to see whether they're moving that guard out. But certainly inside counters. I like to try to misdirection to fool the defense. We'll see if they run away from these trips or if they're going to throw it here.
Ringer looks to throw. And it's incomplete.
They got to move them all the time. And that's what they tried to do again there. It looked like maybe Hayden Hyman got whacked from behind by somebody there. He started yelling at him, and the Beaver player said, hey, take it easy, big guy. It's all right. It's just football. He's about half Hayden's size, right? Let's see who that was for the Beavers. It was Dalton Riesinger. We saw him make a couple plays earlier. He just said, all right, big guy, it's football.
Third down here for the Beavers. 59-14, Central Clarion in control. Winger just had to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Parker just absolutely destroyed his blocker and came in. And you could see the frustration coming out a little bit in Winger that time. It was, again, going to try to be a screen pass to the left side. They had it set up decently well, but when Beckwith ratted, he jumped right in front of it, and he had no time to do anything. Parker made him throw it in the ground, and That's that. He's had a pretty good night, though. 220 yards passing for Wingard. Again, I would have ran the ball a little bit more. I think DuBois could have run the ball a little bit more. And coaches seem to fall in love with throwing the thing around when it's really unnecessary sometimes. And at this point, you're down 59-14. I understand it, but.
The 4th down. Wingard looks to throw. Pass is incomplete. So Clarion will take over.
Yeah, it's good work that time once again by Burford. Just came over and waited for the ball to be in the air and knocked it out of the air.
Let's see, 6:56 to go here. Clock will be running. We'll see if Clarion comes out and really just takes time off this clock.
Yeah, they're going to bring in the second team here. I see Alex Love out there, a few other folks. They're going to be picking guys. See who they're going to throw out there. Usually when the other team sees them put them out, they'll join with their second crew. And it appears that Coach Kirkland says, we got to take a timeout to figure out who I'm going to stick here because everybody says, put me in, put me in, put me in.
Yeah. I'm looking down for your son. He's in the back going, I'm okay.
Nah, he was in the front.
Was he?
Yeah.
All right.
He wormed his way up to the front. We'll see if he ends up. You know, there is one kid, Bill's still 14 years old as a sophomore. There's one kid that's younger than him in that class, believe it or not, by like 3 days. And if you look down at the big guy at the tight end, I'm pretty sure that's him.
So that's
look at 86.
Ian David Hoke.
Yep, Ian Hoke. 86. He's a monster. Big kid. About 17 of those Hokes.
Yeah.
Sean, do you remember Sean Hoke? Yeah, Sean played out in the Meadville area, Mercer, Meadville. Can't remember which school he went to. He's a linebacker for them out there. Works at the university.
Yep. Doing well.
So you'll see Alex Love in the backfield. Carter Hyman will be your quarterback.
Hyman under center.
It's McKinley.
McKinley gets the handoff. He's going to come to the right side. And he's going to be hit and dropped on the play.
You always know McKinley by the orange shoes.
He might get a yard on that one as the clock starts a-rolling. Ball placed at the 23-yard line. Second down, a long 9.
This is when doing stats is real fun.
Hyman under center. Hands that off. Is that Love?
Yeah.
And he's going to be hit and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time. Third down here, and Tyler still says it's 9.5.
Boy, sometimes you see that line, and you see someone get hit, and I saw Alex get bent about 16 different ways, and you wonder how kids don't get hurt more than they do. My goodness.
No, at our age, if that would happen, we'd be screaming, "Oh my God, trainer!"
Now Carnahan checks in. That'll be his first action as a varsity player. He's a freshman. Sitting down here in the slot.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, on the wide out.
Hyman takes the snap. Throw downfield. It is caught. 35-40 and up around the 42-yard line. Far side, was that 14 coming up with the catch?
I'm pretty sure that's
Beckwith?
Briggs Beckwith. Another Beckwith. Got a penalty flag at the end of it. It's a good pass by Carter Hyman.
4:41 remaining here. The clock will get rolling after this penalty is announced. Penalty against DuBois. Ball's at the 47-yard line. First and 10 here for Central Clarion. Hyman in at quarterback. Love is the sidecar left. Gives it to him. Into the left side, 45, 40, 35-yard line. Cuts back inside, 30. Down around the 25-yard line. Nice run that time. Alex Love.
Yeah, Alex Love is pretty fast for as tough and big of a guy that he is. It's about a 27-yard run, I think.
29.
29 yards. Yeah, Love he was their JV starter last year and played Pee Wee all the way through with my son, and he's just a player, you know, just like his daddy. Adam used to play that fullback, and I'd love it when they ran that little trap inside to him when he played for Clarion Limestone. He didn't get the ball much. He was just a blocker for a couple of those big studs they had at tailback, but when he did get it, he made the most of it.
Hyman takes the snap, rolls to the right side, pitches it out to Love. Lost that football, and Love's going to get on top of it there.
They're running the option.
Yep.
Look like old school Jim Kelly option stuff. I'm going to have to lay that one on Alex on that one because I think that pitch was pretty good. Maybe not enough distance between the two of them, but loss of about 9 maybe.
Final score rolling in on that Ascendance scoreboard. The old Zocra Motors scoreboard, 59-0. Carton City over Montauk.
Yep, believe it or not, there. Go figure. Carton City might be good again.
Yeah.
I think Cole Johnson's
another one.
I think Cole Johnson's the quarterback down there, and he's had injury problems earlier, but what an athlete he is.
You talk about teams that just reload every year, and that's another one, too.
That's Jordan Johnson's son.
Yep. Good CL player. Hyman keeps it. Left side, now up the middle. Banging around into the DuBois red zone as he'll take it to the 16-yard line.
That's a heck of a run by Carter. He got more foot speed than he used to, for sure. Nice job. Looks like about an 18-yard run for Hyman.
So third down here for Central Clarion. Need a couple yards yet. Clock down to 2:27 here for this football game. We'll have a complete post-game show coming up. We'll have stats, scores, and all that. Get you set up for next week. Fun Bank is our post-game show sponsor, but our fourth quarter sponsor, Clarion County Community Bank. Want to thank them a lot. Here's the handoff.
McKinley.
And McKinley there on the carry, and he's going to be stopped right about the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot there on the game.
Depending on where they put that, he might have got close to the first down. We'll see where they spot it.
He had to get inside the 15. So fourth and still about 2.
We'll see if see the Beavers get a stop here for the first time tonight. They haven't forced a punt yet tonight. We're able to force a field goal, but
twins left, twins right. Hyman in the shotgun. Love as the sidecar right. Snap to him. He's going to keep the football. He's hit. Leans forward. He should have the first down. He's right there, and he gets the 2. They needed it, and he got it.
Yep. Good job by Hyman.
Now that clock are rolling. And I think you're going to see them just run some run plays here, run that clock out. 59-14 Central Clarion in control.
No, there goes Bill.
There he is. Touchdown, Billy Kerle. Billy, when he was younger, used to actually come up and do stats for us, and boy, he was good. But Billy was in charge. You never questioned anything. Billy in the backfield now. Hyman hands that off.
Oh boy.
McKinley, 10, 5, touchdown. Brady McKinley.
Yeah, that'll go from 15 yards out. McKinley gets in. 3 carries, 17 yards. Push it up to 65-14. Bring in Euchert. Well, here's what I'll tell you, Mike. In the scrimmage, Billy didn't always pick up that offside end on that play. That time he did. So I can't go home and yell at him too much.
So Euchert is not on here. They're going to go with
This might be Betwee.
Yep, Brendan Betwee.
Yep, Betwee came out. He's a soccer player. Came out to try to kick a little bit. I think he's left-footed kicker.
Kicks on the way, and the kick by Betwee is good. How about that? 66-14, 41 seconds. We'll hold here on this timeout as Central Clarion in control. And Pat, really happy we're able to come out tonight. do this game. We had 2 this week. Of course, Dave Cadis and Randy Cathcart were down at Red Bank Valley.
They were big winners tonight, too, I believe, right? I'm not sure if that game's over, but they were up pretty big against the Union ACB. That's always those two teams don't like each other.
And I'll tell you what, Union is always a little bit of a surprise. They always seem each year to be in the thick of things at the end. You know, they put things together. It's a nice co-op down there.
Did we get a score from Keystone Port Allegheny? Do we have that score?
I don't know.
I know Keystone's trying to reload. They have some ridiculous talent in the skill positions, but they lost 16 seniors. And on the line is where I know they're going to have to learn some things. And I just wondered if we had a score on that one yet.
We'll take a look here.
Well, it looks like Billy's on the kickoff for the first time in his life.
Does he know what he's doing?
I doubt it. We'll find out.
Port up 21-12 on Keystone.
That's pretty good work there by Keystone. Port's got a Division I wrestler on that team.
And nice return there.
Yeah, Billy got held the entire way on that, but they weren't throwing a flag. No. Then I saw them starting to push shove afterwards, and they weren't throwing a flag for that either. Good job by the kickoff team there.
Yeah, Billy said if I don't push and shove, my dad, he'll yell at me when I come home. 32 seconds to go here in this one. We'll get things wrapped up coming up.
Yeah, you're going to see the second team offense for the first time out of the Beavers tonight.
Grab my little score sheet here. Seth Wilmuth, I believe, number 11. Yep. Draw play. Not a whole lot there for
that was Briggs Beckwith.
Riesinger.
And it came in and hit Riesinger. Riesinger's a pretty tough player. He played a lot in the starting varsity.
So there we go. There's your ball game, folks. Central Clarion wins at 66-14 over DuBois. A game where DuBois came in on fire, but then Central Clarion was able to take it. We'll break. We're going to come back. We got the Fun Bank post-game show on the way. And you're watching Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreClarion.com.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses low-dose CT scanning and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and therapy, all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Brookville Equipment is a world-class manufacturer, designing and building the latest in transportation technology. Our team of engineers, machinists, welders, assemblers, and many more are always pushing the limit. Brookville Equipment, doing what we do best for over 100 years, and proud to support high school athletics.
At NPRC, affordable opportunities are endless. Learn more at their information session on Tuesday, September 24th. Visit nprcevents.org to register for this virtual event. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Brighter futures begin here.
DuBois, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. DuBois provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. DuBois can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. DuBois is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let DuBois help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. DuBois is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, DuBois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than shopteamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at shopteamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. Shopteamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
And welcome back here to Larry Weiser Stadium. Final score here at the Fun Bank postgame show at 66-14 is Central Clarion a winner tonight over DuBois. DuBois came on strong. They led 7-0, led 14-7, but then it's been all Clarion since that point. If we take a look at the stats, you've been doing a great job tonight with that. You just hurried up, got that old paper going, and they're brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic. How'd they stack up?
Well, a better first half, obviously, than the second for the Beavers. Wingard, their quarterback, ends up 10 of 23, 261 yards through the air. His favorite targets, he had Dixon with one catch for 41 yards, but Corney really was his man in the first half. 4 catches, 78 yards, but they really shut him down, did the Wildcat defense in the second half. Kofler caught 2 for 80 yards, and Delaney had 2 for 11. Rushing the ball, that was really where they didn't really try to do it enough, in my opinion, and they weren't very successful at it when they did. They had 55 rushing yards. The most there was Dixon, 7 carries, 44 yards. Wingard had 5 carries, 5 yards, but those were mostly scrambles that weren't designed runs. And then we saw Deeb with 2 carries for 5 yards. They had 5 penalties for 40 yards in the game, a total of 316 yards of offense in the game for the DuBois Beavers. When you look at Central Clarion, 481 total yards passing through the air, just 211, but they only threw 1 pass that was completed in the second half. Just kind of got it on the ground and went after it. Chase Ferguson ends up 13 of 21 for 211, and then there was actually 14-yard strike thrown by Carter Heineman as well. A nice throw, a nice play by those guys on the JV side as they drove down the field. Burford, 5 catches, 98 yards. Ethan Rex, 5 catches, 55 yards. Sawicki had a catch. Hepfel had a catch. Kemmer had a catch. And both Beckwiths had a catch. Briggs and Braylon both had catches, 1 for 11, 1 for 14. Rushing the football was Noah Harrison leading the way, other than Ferguson. Ferguson had 13 carries, 170 yards. Noah Harrison, 7 carries, 122 yards. I think he had 3 touchdowns in the ball game. McKinley late had a touchdown on the JV side, 3 carries for 17 yards. Alex Love, 3 carries for 20 yards. And Heineman had a big first down run that allowed them to score the last touchdown. Carter Heineman, 2 carries for 20 yards. So 211 passing, 370 yards on the ground for a total of 481. And that's really where you put a ball game away in the second half. And that's what they did. Looked pretty good after a little shakiness early, and that's still going to be your team to beat in the district, I think, until somebody proves otherwise.
All right, there you go. Those stats, again, brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic. Do want to throw in, we always have a few little extra things. The winging and throw of the game brought to you by Sweet Basil. I got to go back, though, to the very first play. Wingard going to Coakley for 78 yards for DuBois. That was the biggest throw of the ball game.
Great
and I'll
throw.
tell you what, hit him right in stride down there, touchdown. So that's going to go to him. And now It is time for our player of the game, brought to you by Hager Paving. And Pat and I were up here thumb wrestling, and we punched Scott Fox a couple of times, and we were all fighting. But the winner of that player of the game is?
Jace Ferguson. I mean, let's look at the yardage that he put up. He threw for 211, ran for 170, and they had 481 total yards offense. So obviously throwing it makes a difference. He has to throw it to somebody, but that's 381 yards of the 481 yards of total offense. We knew it. We knew he's the guy to stop. They used him when they had to. I thought DuBois really took away everything but Jace a little bit early, but as they started to figure out, hey, we can get this ball to Rex, we can get this ball to Burford, we can do some different things. Noah Harrison had a great night tonight. He would have been my 1A for tonight, just the way he ran the football and allowed them to settle in a little bit. And but Jace Ferguson's your player of the game.
All right, so there you go, Jace Ferguson, our Hager Paving player of the game, and that'll wrap things up again next week. We expect to be on the road down at Red Bank Valley with Brockway going in down there. Should be a real good football game next week. Pat, again, want to thank you for joining us. It's been a little while, and we always mess around. We pick on you a lot, but I'll tell you what, it's always a pleasure doing a game with you. And, you for so many years gave so much of your time to the Keystone Shortway Conference and all that, now with your son playing and stuff. And it has to be fun for you watching him as he mixes with these kids and plays on a team. Well, you played at Clarion too, so kind of keeping that family thing going.
Yeah, this was the field we played on, but it was a little rougher back then. No lights, just kind of a dirt track. It's kind of rough, so it's nice to see them bring it back down here. I love to watch ball games here, and it's not because it's where I played. It's because it's just a great place to watch a football game. So, yeah, it's fun, and I appreciate you guys letting me come back out to do this.
Well, like having you. We'll probably do it again, so that'll wrap things up. That's the Fun Bank postgame show. And for everybody here tonight, I want to thank my partner, Pat Kahle, and all of us on the broadcast crew this evening. You guys did a fantastic job, as always. Tyler over there, engineering, keeps us all in line. Can't thank him enough. So, again, Clarion a winner 66-14 over DuBois. And that'll wrap it up here for the Fun Bank postgame show, as I said. Hey, folks, have yourselves a great night. We'll see you again next week. And, again, you've been watching high school football. It's Kerle Tire High School football right here on exploreSportsPA.com, your number one choice when it comes to sports. Good night.
Have a great day.